Hello and welcome to Knights of the Not So Round Table. We're going to play some Dur and Dur. Couple of quick announcements. Happy Father's Day to any fathers that are watching. Want to also thank the recent followers that we have, the Conqueror, Becky Bear, and Phil the DM. Speaking of followers, we're going to, and it kind of inspired me because we're very close to affiliate. When we reach 75 followers, we're going to pick a random one and send them the new D&D adventure book, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden. So make sure that you're following the Twitch and the Twitter. The Twitter is Knights_table. I didn't really get a good look at what the adventure is supposed to be, but I know it's in some sort of frosty climate. It's supposed to be like mystery, almost horror type of intrigue. It looks pretty cool. So be sure to follow for a chance to get that sent to you in a free giveaway. Hopefully it goes well. Also, again, shouting out to Maury_illustrates for all of the art and stuff. Make sure that you're going on the YouTube and other platforms and such to follow as well. And just to reiterate, we're very close to having our affiliate. 75 followers, we'll do a giveaway. But we're going to get right into this because you guys can only be here for so long. So, last we had left off, you guys made your way to the northern part of Venore in search of Razix, a necromancer that was said to be, I wouldn't say running rampant in Zaxria, but doing some pretty evil stuff in behind the scenes and such. And from what you discovered upon getting there and being there, all of the stuff that he was doing seems to have been going on for quite some time now. You made your way there, were able to defeat him, and also find a little bit of information about what exactly is going on. This culling that you've kind of been reading about just recently with these new books and texts. A lot of talk of demonic summoning, demons, the undead. An individual by the name of Brelnax, who you discovered is the creator and ruler of the Nine Hells. Erebos, assumingly being the threat initially, is pretty much just a middleman for Brelnax. You discovered that there are 3 portal locations, possibly more. From what Skip had spoke with High Priestess Kylari about, there are 5. Don't know the location of the other 2, just know that there is rumor that there could be 2 more. Azrael and Skip had a moment, essentially, with High Priestess Kylaria, talking with her, discussing some stuff. Interesting things there discovered. And while you were in Teneveth, we are going to kind of jump back, as everybody has made their way to this state at this point, but we're just kind of going to go back to being in Teneveth, as we are assuming Zarvrax would have went to the Temple of Keranos.
He skipped it on this trip. He decided he didn't need to.
Fuck that place.
Well, I already said he went there, so he went there.
Hey, do you want to go? Oh, you are? Okay.
Isn't valid anymore.
Anybody's named Brelnax, I'll kick your ass, dude. Try to fight me right now. Just throwing that out into the atmosphere.
Alrighty.
What?
So,
I'll kick his ass.
Zarvrax.
At my current state.
You enter the Temple of Keranos. You've been here roughly 3 or so times before.
I think it's only twice, actually.
This is your 3rd time then? Ever since finding Stormcaller Uldar, your life seems to have, I wouldn't say drastically changed, but a little bit of a revelation, if you would, of your abilities and where they come from, and this question that you've constantly asked yourself of why you're different. You can see the interior of the temple is crackling with a blue light. You expect to walk in and see Stormcaller Uldar training, as you have before, but instead walk in to see a new addition to the room itself. This central room that you walk into. There's the far side that has this lightning-like statue that is the symbol of Keranos, but you can see on the wall now are these sconces with these clear orbs, and filled inside of them is this crackling lightning kind of giving light inside of here. Stormcaller Uldar, nowhere in sight. You begin to kind of look around, and you can see the temple at the end, next to the sides of the statue, has 2 hallways that you can see, kind of at the back side of this. They both appear to descend into some sort of a basement area. You begin to walk in that direction. Going down the steps, you can hear thunder crackling, lightning kind of arcing underneath in the floor from what you can see down at the bottom of the steps, it looks like there's these crackles of lightning. You begin to look at the walls and can see it appears like it may be broken, like the foundation doesn't look solid or something, but you notice that it's intentional. It looks like these lightning kind of crack designs all the way down as you kind of descend further and further. You can see illustrations of this large, muscular man holding what appears to be this very large maul. He has like lightning bolts on his back. Appears to be some form of a depiction of Keranos, and there's several different kind of illustrations as you descend further. The steps begin to kind of curve down, lead to what you can see as an open area. The room itself is rectangular. There are 3 tunnels on both sides of this room, and you can see these pillars going down the sides as well, and the ceiling itself kind of does this half-arch kind of look to it, almost like a dome. You see standing in the middle, Stormcaller Uldar. His bald head, tattoos, and muscular build is addressing some of the priests of Keranos that you can see. They have their blue and kind of silver robes with this very, very large lightning bolt symbol down the back. They walk away and leave his presence. As he's standing there, he kind of seems like he's just like rubbing at his arm, stretching a little bit. Turns around. Zavrak Stormborn, we're waiting for you to return. Let's hope you're ready now. You begin to walk down a little further towards him. So, how have you been?
Hungry. I'm gonna stop at the old Taco Bell. The old Taco Bell.
I've been, well, confused.
Confused how?
I have called out to Keranos during some of my battles, seeking guidance, and I felt his presence, but don't necessarily know how he may be helping me.
We'll find you answers. Everyone's different. They seek different things, guidance in different ways. The gift you carry with you, if it were me, I'd say that's help enough. Have you read more of Keranos, the books?
I tried. It's a slow process. Can't say I've done much reading before, or at all.
He kind of nods and walks in silence. You begin to follow towards the end of this area. Don't go down like the tunnels or anything, but there is, from what you can now see, getting further down into here, it's still kind of dark. You can see that there are people around doing some form of renovations and more things inside of the temple, as it's, I mean, it's probably only been built for a couple of years now. The priests you can see are up on the sides. The sconces are like up in the wall, and you're watching them just kind of start to create lightning and then place it up inside of the orb, and then take like a hinge and cap the orb itself to start making like light illuminate the lower part here. Where you eventually get to is this altar, essentially. You can see that there are 3 sets of steps, 2 on the sides and then 1 straight up, and it's built against the wall. The wall itself has this lightning bolt carved into the back wall, and there's like this very thick piece of glass over it, and the lightning on the there's actual lightning behind the glass that's kind of like moving and crackling around. It's this shrine that's essentially built into the wall. The 2 of you standing at the bottom of the steps now. He looks pretty intently at the statue. You are Stoneborn, but you must still earn the favor of Keranos. Your strength and your power is a gift. It deserves thanks. You've slightly read and studied. You've learned more of Keranos, I'm sure. You've dedicated yourself to training in his ways as best you can. honoring the powers that you have. You've come a long way since the first time I saw you. He knows this. Now we must see if it has been enough. Kind of gestures forward for you to go up to the altar.
Walk forward.
Walk forward. You hear him behind you as you're facing this lightning. You can hear it very faintly behind the very thick glass that's there. It's just this very faint kind of like... It sounds very muffled, like being indoors and storms outside. Kneel. Breathe slowly. Close your eyes. Feel the energy crackle through your body. The power. Respect it. Pray for his favor, his guidance, so you may better control it all. Seek guidance. You hear him step back, and it goes silent.
Kneel down. Kind of just hold like a pose where, you know, I'm on one knee, looking down, arm across, other arm at my side, and start trying to think of Keranos and almost like give thanks to him. All in his head, obviously. Zaxria is appreciating the gift that he has given him, and how when he's called out for him, he's always tried to let it known that Zaxria is fighting for him, doing what he can to uphold a certain standard, and be as vigilant and strong as he can.
Go ahead and make a religion check with advantage.
Ooh. Does he get triple advantage? Is that attacks only?
He's technically rolling with advantage, so he
Let's
gets a third
see.
die, right?
Yeah.
Anytime you roll with advantage.
There you go.
Now you gotta roll one at a time.
No.
He never does.
It's gonna be a 13.
It's not bad. Could be worse.
Considering I have a -2.
Yeah.
Could be a natural one.
It's true. It's like
Or it's worse.
It's like the fifth highest you can get.
Begin to... It's very hard for you to do this every time that you have focusing and trying to stay still and calm. Even talking to yourself in your head, trying to like think and do something, like it's just very strange to you and very foreign. Being in this temple where you are, giving the thanks in this way, trying to connect somewhere or somehow, this is probably one of the best places to do it, is right here. And you can feel that presence and that strength around you. You open your eyes every now and then and like look around like you're expecting some sort of huge lightning bolt or something to crash down, like a sign, or somebody to step out in front of you and just say, "Hi, I'm Keranos," or something. Like you're looking around expecting it. You hear Stormcaller Uldar behind you once more. Close your damn eyes. Like I've said many times before, calm your storm. You have a raging sea of emotions in your heart and your mind. Think of what calms you. Quiet the waves. Let the sounds of the thunder soothe you. Keranos is with you. All you must do is speak to him. He steps back once more and goes silent.
Zaxria is gonna remember the first time that he looked out over the ocean after he had left Azeron.
Was I ready for it? I needed
How
warning.
he was just taken in by it, and how he was excited because he was ready to go on this adventure, despite, you know, the horrific things that happened after the fact. Kind of changed the course of things, but just this vivid memory that he has of looking out over the ocean and the calm waves and the serenity of it all.
Make another religion check for me with advantage. Damn, alright. Your eyes closed. You can actually hear yourself kind of breathing slower every breath. Your heart kind of thumping. It's normally just like you start to hear it kind of. It's going into cardiac arrest. As it slows, you can feel yourself almost kind of step away from your body in a way, like you are being able to separate yourself from all of that emotion and that anger that you feel at times, the sorrow, you know, the guilt, if any of it is there, from leaving. But it disappears, and you feel this kind of peace and tranquility, similar to that first time looking out at the ocean. You hear Stormcaller Uldar behind you. Very good. Now open your eyes, Stormborn. As you open your eyes, you can see lightning kind of around you, making this circle. And instead of kind of being appalled by it, you just stand and start to lift your hands up. And as you lift your hands up, the lightning comes from the ground up toward your hands, and you can feel yourself holding it. You kind of close a fist and watch it start to wrap around on your hands and then start to curl down the arm. You squeeze and flex and your muscles kind of bulge a little bit as the lightning kind of crackles a little bit. You pull it from one side and watch the lightning arc over to your arm, and then you just kind of do this swing outward and watch the lightning just arc forward and slam like into the altar, but doesn't break the glass. It just kind of hits it and then absorbs into the lightning that's there. Now you know how to control your storm. And you get this.
Does he even fight with an axe anymore? That's cool.
It might be hard to read because of the printer, but
It's like cute world mazes with the bracelets.
yes. I didn't look at your aura to see if it just improves the
water
number or if
bracelet,
it improves the
no,
die
true.
over time.
It improves the number.
Go fucking
Okay, so
dumb
now
nuts.
instead of it being 360, it's
Pretty sweet. Yes. And I can channel it that way.
So you just
So,
like,
like,
instantly kill
flare,
people with electricity
essentially.
now?
So,
Is that how it
you
works?
can punch and then lightning will come out. Instead of it just like arcing
Yeah.
out at somebody.
Just kind of having control over it.
And you're just, it's gone.
When you find yourself struggling or just needing someone to talk to, Keranos is always there.
I thought he was going to say to go to him.
You have a lot of potential, Zavrax. There is much more you can learn and do. Continue with your teachings. And if you're ever stuck, this temple is always here for you.
There he goes.
Thank you. Stormcaller will
While you're here, though, we could probably use your help moving some shit around.
That's the least I can do, I suppose.
Go grab all that shit over there. He walks off.
And that's when the rest of us show up and take them away.
He walks off, and you can see that there are these very large stone benches that start to get set up along the pillars, very much in like a church-like fashion, facing that statue on the far side, all being placed in rows. Probably grab about 12 or so benches before everything's all said and done. No goodbyes are really said to Stormcaller Uldar. He's busy. You just kind of look at the temple once more, feel that presence, and then walk out before meeting up with the rest of everybody else, and then we will jump back to where we are currently.
Present.
Alright, quick question.
Yes,
Quick answer.
So I can still only use it as a bonus action, right?
correct.
Okay. Could I potentially combine it with like an unarmed attack? And
Yeah.
do kind of both at once
I
for
don't
just
see
flare purposes?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Cheater. He's cheating. I don't know how he's cheating, but he's cheating. I'm on to him.
Just like depending what it is at the time, maybe a check will be made, but
Okay.
I'm saying there's no reason you can't do it. Alrighty. So, all of you now are within the estate, doing various things.
Oh, we are all there already?
You are all now at the estate, yes. In rooms, whatever it may be, your own bedrooms. Azrael has been directed where his room is and has been shown where the actual tinkering lab is, if you would, the workshop, whatever you'd like to call it.
Forge too.
So you guys are all here. A day has passed. Everybody has rested, ate. There is breakfast made by the cooking homunculi that are there. So you will have food at any time that you need it.
We should just like bring one of them with us.
As you wish.
Somebody just cooks our food
Do
for
my
us.
training for the day.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Not bad.
97.
That's 4.
Yeah.
Almost 100.
Yeah.
What would you like me to do for my checks?
What's that?
What would you like me to do for my checks?
Brings me up to
How many did you
29.
make?
I made 1 before, I think. I have 7 points.
Okay. I said
Or
10, right?
Yeah.
At this point, it's going to be like you actually creating it and making it. So you'll need, obviously, like the material. And then the associated check with whatever it is. So,
I don't think you ever told us how much actual materials we had, just that we had a shit ton.
let me pull this up.
So he
Yeah,
has
cheers.
it. He's got the info.
Let me find.
Unless you can come find us, we're not paying for it.
Get your ass out the ocean.
Alright.
Talk to my body bird over here.
There is a commission every time you use it. It's like 3 billion gold. Nothing crazy.
What?
Just the,
If you, need,
I don't know, I could probably craft for about like
if you need gold for crafting stuff, there's
Like-
like gold.
8 days or so.
Okay.
we with the 3 million thing? Is that what you're saying?
I just handed out everyone's allowance, so
Alright.
if you need some.
So,
Yeah. Mine disappeared.
You got a cool spell out of it, though.
Still gotta work on it.
Yeah.
Only one more
How many
month.
checks do you have?
1 more month.
Oh. Like 4?
Yeah. It's once a week.
What if you fuck up a check, then you have to do it even longer?
Yeah, you gotta restart.
You
so as long
restart?
as you, if you work for, you can work a
Restart
maximum of
from-
8 hours.
so
If you work for 4 hours,
you
you
don't
can just
have
do
to
one
repay,
straight
but
roll.
you have to restart
to,
the checks.
You know, make the check or whatever it may
That's
be.
why I was using it.
Let me see for the materials. I think they have.
Everything you possibly need and more.
No,
So take it.
I didn't give you an amount of stuff that you guys had.
I don't think so.
I think the workshop came with stuff, though.
Yeah.
It was like stock.
He did say there was stuff. He's like, there's a lot of stuff. I was like, okay, a lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff.
Feels like
Scrap
something you
metal,
just said.
tools.
I swear.
Wood.
He did explain like the tools I had, but
Yeah.
when he was like, you have some iron, some wood, some other stuff that I can't remember,
I
and
don't
then he was
remember
like,
it
and
being
you got a
wood.
lot
It's
of
probably
it.
metal. I don't think there's like wood there.
Whoa, we need wood. I have to go cut down some trees, dude.
Skip's gotta go cut down some trees.
Alright, so we'll just half the amount of materials
Times
you
it by
need.
2.
So it'll just be.
So, let's see this.
Oh, hello.
Oh well, it's his fault.
Honestly, who would just leave their dice on the table? And all of their shit.
Clown.
Fucking just scumbags.
Wait, don't you do that?
No. I clean everything up.
Interesting.
Would anybody like a loaded potato griller?
No thanks.
Jeez, this
Oh,
is crazy.
yeah.
I'm gonna put it in the middle of the table.
Jared's gonna ask if it's spicy or not.
No, I wasn't actually. It's
There's
weirdly
sour
not.
It's got air
cream
around it. It's pretty spicy.
and bacon,
Alright, so it'll
potatoes,
Air's
just
kind of
cost
hot.
you 50
It's
gold.
true.
and cheese.
Alright.
You need gold.
I'll take that.
wants it.
Yeah, just unwrap the
You guys
entire
had a
thing and
whole
drop it
minute
on the
to
table,
decide.
Jerry.
Yep.
God.
All right.
I don't see you reaching for it.
I would have to grab it and then fucking reach all the way for him. God.
We're
Already been
working on it
less
right now.
effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worked all day.
Alrighty.
And that was left hand. That's not my dominant.
You
hand.
have done the hardest
I'll
part
grab it with my left hand.
of the
telling you,
actual
this thing, it's
weapon
like working with a
itself,
claw machine.
and that's just preparing to make it and having plans laid out and having an idea formed. Your time spent traveling to here, making the plans and everything. You had some sort of like a eureka moment and were able to really get it down and formulate a very good plan and have details done out to where you just have to put it all together, and it should be, you know, at least a day's work, and you'll be good to go and have it all prepared for you. So let's do your percentage check first.
You got
So,
this.
let's see. You will have
Like
to.
50%.
You good there,
So
Sean?
it's, you are essentially skilled with great equipment. So anywhere from 0 to 90%.
Oh fuck, dude.
Oh, easy, dude.
Don't roll 91.
3.
3. All right, so you do it
That's really
successfully.
Yeah, good.
Now go ahead and make a crafting check. So this is
Wanna
going to
get
be
0.
D20 plus your proficiency plus your dex.
Okay, I've given
12.
up the crafting life. Jeez.
12.
Fucking hard
All
shit
right,
to
so
remember.
it gets 1 crafting point.
There you go.
And if you work 8 hours, you can do a number of checks equal to your Constitution modifier rounded down. Or is it half your con modifier?
After the Constitution.
Half your Constitution modifier rounded down.
Oh, half the
Unless
model.
there's an emergency, he's going all day.
Alright.
Can't round one down any further.
Luckily, I'm doing my poisons at the same time,
So
so,
then
every
you'd only
20
be able to
minutes
do
you have
it
to leave the room for an hour.
Now I wish I would have upped my Constitution modifier instead of taking the top.
Go ahead and make another
Higher
check.
con than you?
What's mine's 16?
Oh. Oh, you meant half.
28.
3,
Plus
28.
3.
So that should finish the item.
It's unlucky.
Nice.
I think I might take that next level. Or next time we get a ability score increase.
If you want to
Just
test it,
get
I'd be
wisdom
down.
to
Just hit me with it,
Yeah.
shoot me with it, blow me up with it.
And however it looks is however you want it to look, honestly. You know, within reason. But sure.
Trumpet.
You spend the day in the
Built an
workshop.
instrument.
I don't know if Ander planned on being in there at all, but if
I would
anybody
be.
would be in there, yeah, you would see him working on a very intricate
I'm
contraption.
just gonna try and create like rudimentary like stuff. You start out with blacksmithing, like a lot of people do, like nails or
Okay,
stuff like that. So.
alrighty, that sounds good.
It's probably gonna be in 3 parts for transportation,
For what?
for easier transportation.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you have it like, gotcha.
What was that? Hand motion. What was
I
that?
know exactly what
What
he
was that
meant.
object,
Like a
dude?
bear.
I know exactly what he
Yeah,
meant.
freaking 50 cat.
It's like they're too far out. Just wait.
Back.
Alright,
You missed a lot.
so essentially,
Where'd you get that thing?
you're in there for the whole day, the first day. Like, first day you guys get there, rest, eat, whatever, you wake up the next day and just start to go after it.
Like a 25
Staying
times
another
scope.
day, I'm doing another check.
When you are in there,
5 minutes out.
you can see him working pretty intently on something. He seems like he's really keeping to himself, so it'd just be on you if you wanted to talk to him at all, but he's just in there the whole time, whatever you're doing.
We can keep it silent.
So,
Put
you
it
said
in
you were
your
going
AirPods.
to attempt to make nails, right?
Yep. Just easy stuff, ideally.
Alright, so,
I don't know how much. I can't imagine it costs very much, but
300
no,
gold.
Just, I wouldn't even say a cost for it. If you're just messing around with it.
Wait, just make infinite nails and we can sell them.
Ha!
You don't understand.
monopolizing the nail
We're
game.
fucking. It's
0
just
to
easy.
45
All right.
percentage.
Really nailed that one.
No,
didn't
90%.
90%. Yeah, you were too good. But it's very strange understanding
Yeah.
like where to get the metal to. You end up really like trying to melt it down. Oh, the
Damn
forge,
it,
by the way, is in here. There's a
I
nice
turned it
forge
into
that
a
was
sword. This isn't a nail.
made. But you're having trouble getting the metal to a point, especially in that small of a item. You're having trouble getting the metal where you need it to be. So you get back to the book and start kind of thumbing through that and reading it. So, I mean, that qualifies with you trying to make something, along with like your training for the day is actually getting hands-on and working with it,
Okay.
but no success.
So can I still make a training check for today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do Tinker's tools
Is there
actually
anything
do
anybody
anything
else would like
useful?
to do while you guys are at your state downtime?
What's in the pack?
I can make some bullets. I think.
Outside.
What's in the pack?
There's like
Depends what's in there.
Like,
there's like a
out there,
sand training.
like trying to practice like moving swiftly and like channeling the lightning, and then every now and then there's gonna be points where like obviously like it's probably not gonna work out as well as he wants. He'll get angry, storm erupts, cause the whole thing. But
I want to see after.
occasionally somebody might look out the window and he'll just be like, "Wah!" Just fucking lightning
Lightning.
zaps out.
a cool anime after image form where you're just and then you kill someone
Or not.
instantly.
Day 2 is going over rounds,
They might be.
making rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, at one point I'll just go, and then
Yeah.
head goes.
That's the goal.
Alright, anything anybody else is doing?
Connor will just be reading into the books more and working on his training, but I can't roll yet, so he's just focusing on everything.
Got it.
Probably secluded in like the library or whatever.
What are you looking at? Pictures.
Included in these books, if you would like to make an intelligence or investigation, whichever is higher for you, while you're reading. That's what you're reading, right? The books on the hells and such? Okay, just making sure.
Well, same 19.
Alright. You are able to read a little further into it. You already know that Exodes is the ruler of the first layer.
These.
Through reading a little further, you don't really find a whole lot on the layer of Dis. It seems to be this layer that has some sort of just monstrous creature upon it that pretty much is just like a bottomless pit. It just kills and eats anything that comes onto the plane. It's described as some sort of large tentacle, fanged-like creature, and essentially it was created by Brelnax to defend the layers from any sort of like step travel, like going layer at a time, up, 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 up. Because there is a way to essentially just keep descending, but this is kind of this wall layer, if you would. Avernus is accessible for mortals and whoever it may be, but to keep everybody out, this is kind of like this barrier layer that has been created in order to keep everybody from just descending further without really trying to do so, without any notice of it, essentially.
Not that I'm there, but the portals, I'm guessing they just kind of bypass that.
Yes. And the portals themselves are all dedicated to a certain spot that essentially makes it more controlled for the travel, like through the hells.
Safer to use.
Yes, right. Monaros, you are aware of Gragda as being the ruler of that lair. Phlegethos is ruled by Reagan.
Ronald?
Rahyggen.
Poor spelling.
You begin to read a little further about Reagan. He is... there's no really description as to what he is. Describes him as essentially a pet to Brelnax, that is the protector of this portal, this first portal here. The portal itself is said to lay dormant inside of Reagan's lair. Not the portal, but the beacon of the portal that's connecting it to the lair. So if it was to be like fully destroyed, that is where you need to go in order to break it. Is the beacon that's there.
We don't really need to do that. Just chill out.
The lair itself is this kind of fiery, scorched earth. Lots of volcanoes, mountainous landscape. There are these very large fire snakes that roam the land. very, very untamed fire elementals. There are some tieflings. They kind of have like a very close bloodline with like fire. They're pretty much acolytes and followers of Reagan, though. You also read of Stygia, which is the 5th layer.
Got it.
Stygia is a nightmare realm,
Oh god.
full of shadows, ghosts, darkness. It's pretty closely related to the Shadowfell. People believe that the Shadowfell draws some of its energy from this realm. There is a lot of mention inside of this book talking about things to be cautious of when it comes to this lair, and it's staying there for too long. Staying there for too long will eventually madden you and turn you into a nightmare yourself. Malbolge, that you read, being the 6th lair, or Malbolge, however you would like to pronounce it, is a lair created by Brelnex in order to torture anyone and anything. It is ruled by the jailer Perlissi. She is essentially a woman, chains, whips, like branding kind of iron. Yeah, very kinky lair. But she's essentially just torturing the souls of people, even the mortal form of people, people that Brelnex has sent there. The lair itself doesn't really have too much to it other than that. It's a very small lair. Meldomini is the 7th lair. Reading inside of here, you find that it is the lair that Yarina is on. It is a lair of death.
Are there any tabulators?
Anything else?
That's it.
Essentially just death. Yeah.
Jeez.
I can't remember if that was all
Let's
there.
avoid that one.
Just skip over that.
Yeah.
Kenya, being the 8th lair, is a lair essentially non-survivable by any means for extended periods of stay.
Which one do you think is death or
Contrary
not
to what you may
survivable?
think,
Which one are we
It is a
rating
very,
higher?
very frigid cold
Oh, that's not bad.
with kind of ice caps, this large kind of ocean that is just freezing.
Oh, that's fine.
How do you spell that one?
Cania. Kenya. Kenya.
Cania?
Kenya.
Kenya?
Either way, you know what I mean. And then
Oh no.
and then Nessus being the last layer that Brelnex
Classic.
has the capital of.
Yikes.
So through reading, you get a little bit more of an insight onto everything that it is there.
I know. Because that's what I thought when I heard it. I was like, that's really close. You're going to look at it later and you're going to think, oh, of course, the 8th player. It's fucked.
It's okay, we're not going there.
That's true, we're skipping that
Yeah,
one.
we're going through every part. We want to see everything.
What?
We're skipping
Going on
through.
vacation to the 9 house?
I'm just saying, I'm skipping one that says death and not survivable. Those seem
I'm
like
going to the
two-
non-survive. I feel like I could survive in that
I
one.
want to see the
Yeah.
9 wonders of the 9 hills.
We're
You know
gonna
what's
leave
weird?
Ander in the 6th
It
layer.
literally tells you that you can't survive there, but you like super like I feel like the ice is just like half of it.
And
Alrighty.
once you get past it,
Probably
you just
really
enter a
cold.
new biome.
It's actually like after the ice, it's like a chill
Chill.
paradise.
Chill.
Yeah.
I was
Really
gonna
nice
say it's a
there.
place of fire, but that doesn't affect you either. So kind of just broke it honestly.
Essentially, like looking at all this, it just kind of gives you a little more insight into everything. But you have a good assumption that you've read pretty much most of everything that's going to be useful to you within these books, and maybe seeking writings on these layers specifically, or more books pertaining to things like this will give you a lot more insight onto what you're actually looking for, or what is ahead of you.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what your reading gets you.
Helpful.
Something like that.
We'll make a stop off at that 6th layer, 7th layer.
6. 7th is a death.
Make a stop off at that 6th.
Anything anybody else would like to do before we conclude this day?
Day 1 still?
Day 1 still.
You show up, you're like, I brought.
We're like a library of sorts here.
There
We
is.
have a huge
There's no
library.
books in it though.
Well, that's
But there's
awkward.
nothing in it? What are you
So I
doing,
guess
man?
it's really not like.
That's
a
your
library.
job.
Hey, I start emptying my bookcase into the big bookcases.
Okay.
It's like 10
Can,
bucks.
can I walk in on this?
Sure, you got like 10 books.
Sweet. What you got?
We got Layers of the Nine Hells.
No, not interested, not
We
interested.
got Necromantic Circles for the Nine Hells.
Eh.
We got
Only bang
more
your
shit
books.
about the Nine Hells.
Anything not related to the Nine Hells.
We got Constellations and You. It's a kid's book.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I'm coloring.
All right,
I
I'll
got
read
my books,
Constellations
but
and
those
You.
books stay on me at all times. So
Wraith and I are very interested.
This library is essentially like when you walk. Oh my, you're blind. I'm sorry.
That's kind of
I am.
You can see this.
Oh, I see the squares.
That right over there.
This square here.
Okay.
On the left, there's like this very long, huge bookcase
You
on
got
the
a picture
wall,
of it?
and then a fireplace like
True, I
against
do.
the back side of it. That you
That was
can.
fun.
There's a couple of
Yeah,
chairs set
true.
up there. There's also like a table in the corner. So there's places to sit if you want to and just kind of go through it.
Yeah, that
The
sounds
book
nice.
itself is like a picture book essentially.
Oh my gosh.
It shows a lot of like constellations inside of it.
That's the layout.
Wait, what's the giant middle thing? Is that just the
Open
opening?
area.
Okay, okay.
it's like
There's
our
like a
foyer.
The foyer. Yeah,
There's a little pond.
foyer.
Rich, we have a
Skylight.
Very nice.
Are you rich if you don't have a foyer? Come
I
on.
don't know.
We also have a war council room downstairs.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Wow.
In case the armies
We
of
still
the
haven't used
demon boards are coming to kill us.
Can totally use it.
Can you get some books in here?
Yeah.
I just said
I'm
I
gonna go
put some
fishing
in.
after
Ten
I
books.
finish up my life.
like,
Do you have any more pictures?
I'm gonna try and
Books.
find a fishing rod
I
and
need some
go
books.
fish.
Like a book on sous vide or something like that?
We don't need to learn how to cook.
No,
We're not
we got guys for that.
Ain't gonna be here with us?
They just eat all the scraps. So
We'll
they're
just
good.
buy more.
That's true. We can just buy more. They're really cheap.
You guys don't even like care about them as little.
Take them in the backyard and throw them in there.
They're artificial life.
Jesus.
Well, Jack, you rummage through the
I care about
storage areas.
Yep.
Some of your stuff that was at the keep that was kind of left in there or
Yep.
whatever it was moved to here and put in one of the storage rooms. You walk your way in and can find a couple of small like little wood carvings. You imagine that Korek kind of probably had just laying around inside of there.
He's always got
You
cry and shit.
find
That's crazy.
a book of Moradin that seems like it's here very dusty sitting there.
Yeah.
And you also find a small backpack that Finn carried at one point, where you can see that there is a kind of small collapsible fishing pole inside of it.
Sick.
You're able to kind of like grab it and take it out.
Blessings.
You have to like really mess with it to get the grooves right inside of the thing and then give it a little twist. And then once you get it kind of all together, you realize there's no line on it, so then you have to rummage through the bag even further and you find some very, very taut string that you're able to grab and kind of tie to it and mess around with it.
Useful for a boat trip.
I'm going fishing.
Going fishing out by the
Going
water.
fishing.
Alright.
Just like shape one. Take off the fish.
I know.
Just roll a survival check.
I haven't checked out my room.
It's still not bad. 11.
That's a lot. I want to.
Go straight to the library for the picture books.
As the day starts to kind of come to a little bit of an end, Moldrak comes back with like 2 or 3 fish. The homunculi are currently cooking dinner for you guys. You can smell it being made. It smells kind of like seafood. You can smell some form of like butter and salt. You eventually make your way into there to find what seems to be the homunculi like going nuts, making noises, moving around very fast. There is ingredients flying all over the place. There's this very, very large cauldron-like pot that you can see that there are like crabs like trying to get out of, and you watch one of them, like one of the small little fat homunculi, walk over with a like a mallet and then just like smack it in the top of the head, and then it just like sinks down into the cauldron. Eventually they make all of the crab and bring it out and start setting it onto the table. They watch you walk in with the fish and they're like, grab it and then move over, start setting that down and grilling that up. They make a bunch of food, set it on the table. The crew is eating with you along with all of you, so there's a good amount of you. Skipper's just kind of sitting there watching you eat as he normally does.
Aw.
That's just sad, man.
I wish.
R.I.P., dude.
Ajasa leans forward. So, what is the plan? What are you to do? What are we to do? We are going with you.
Yep.
Well, we're only staying here now
Oh,
for the rest of the year.
I was
Well,
actually thinking
maybe we should do something
if
then.
we're going to the Rockling Peninsula, we could take the ship. Probably be faster just to go along the shore.
I ruined my plan of never leaving the house.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I never
What a
planned on
baby.
that.
that's a good point. Works.
Although then, you know, the ship is there, and if we decide to teleport somewhere else, let's teleport
Oh,
somewhere.
okay. I was just making sure.
If we decide to go somewhere else, then the ship's still there.
Not if we bring the crew.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If
Where did he
they
say
teleport with us?
the black or the taken serpent? That's the one.
On the
Where
other
did he
side.
say they usually
Over
go?
there, between the Sea of Souls and
Didn't
the
he say?
Dragon's Maw.
What I mean, why can't I remember anybody's name in this game?
Oh, we are gonna need the ship.
Leland?
if we're gonna go.
Leland, where Leland say
He
they
did
drop
say-
stuff
Port
off at?
Rumenheim.
Oh yeah, we could stop there along the way. Port Rumenheim?
Was
Once
it
a
the
week.
first?
The 5th of every
Fifth.
month.
Fifth.
Yeah.
The first fifth is what I meant.
No.
5th of every month.
That's
That
what
is
I meant to say.
Technically still
Yeah.
correct.
Isn't it? It's looking at my calendar watch.
Don't have a calendar watch.
Asking Modrak what day it is.
I don't know.
You got the days right?
I do actually,
Which one is it?
but I couldn't tell you because it's probably inaccurate by this point. That's way off, you know. Hey, we have a list. That's right.
Wow.
28th of Yendel?
Oh,
I feel like that's when we fought the
Need anything to be put on the list
say
of things to do?
Gandalf?
Yendeleth.
Yeah, it's not Yandaleth.
No, I didn't think so. I just haven't wrote down the most recent
The
one.
last one I wrote down was
Well, that's what I wrote down.
I think the 10th
honestly.
of Yendeleth is when
I
we
wrote
fought.
28th.
Yeah. See, that's
When was that?
That's probably when we were in.
I thought you guys
think
figured out
that's
it was
when we
like
came
the
back.
6th
Yeah.
or like the 7th. Yes,
I've
last
got
time.
the 8th of Gandalf
That
right now.
works.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So we gotta wait an entire month.
That's fine. I mean, it takes a while.
Yeah.
Like a 1 day.
You can always, walk over that way and stop at the Lyceum.
That's way out of the way.
It's a room.
I just work here.
Yeah.
Way out of the
We
way.
need to get to the Rockland Peninsula. Rumenheim, I think, it's either on that side.
This
or
is
the
like
other
right
side.
part of the.
Is
That's
that one?
way out
last
of the
week.
way, yeah. Eventually, we're gonna have to come around. If we go up the coast, we hit the peninsula, and then we come around the back.
I swear the ports were marked at one point.
They are.
Now I don't see them.
Because you're blind. We'll probably just take
Possible.
it off the wall.
Port Rumenheim is on the
These
far
are-
left side of the mountain.
Is this
Yeah.
Creed?
Like right in the middle of where the grass part is.
What is
Yeah.
what is the port up on this side?
Creed.
This
Right on
one?
the-
No, up.
Oh, all the way up.
This one?
Right there.
Port.
Port.
Half-
It's
Val-
like
Alfadel
Varus.
or something.
Siblings?
Yeah,
Can't read it.
Varus.
yeah.
Starts with a V.
If I looked at it, I would.
I've said its
Maybe
name every
Valdel.
time. I don't know.
Yeah,
That
that sounds
sounds
right.
right.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
gotta be.
That's it.
It
is
sounds,
now,
it
that's
sounds
what it is.
dwarvish.
You said it, so that's what it is.
That's it. It's either Valdehel or Valadehel, but it's one of the.
You just choose one and then
Starts
we'll
with a
call
V,
it
ends with a
that.
hell.
Yep.
That's it.
Valhalla?
Valhalla.
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 Yeah, starts with a V, ends with a hell.
Valhalla.
That's all you need.
Alright. But yeah, we could take the ship and we could just kind of circle around.
It
What,
works.
do like one of these?
Yeah.
Where we gotta go? Like right
How
here?
much longer until
Somewhere
Connor
up in that
dies?
peninsula, the whole thing. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no. I know he's up there. I just don't know where.
I know, yeah.
And then the ship we're looking for is like over
He only
here.
has a year and a
yeah,
half?
in the middle somewhere. Where Ezron is like reported
Oh
to be.
my
So,
golly.
but they also do make a stop.
But they do go to the port on the 5th.
They don't go to the port. They have people go
That's
to the
still
port
such a
for
short
them.
amount of time.
He said it was a different ship, not theirs.
Might still be them, though, and they might know where the ship is.
Possibly.
They could also send a message.
Yeah.
That's a very rude thing to ask somebody.
Alright.
But you just asked me.
I mean,
Either way.
So would you mind
thought we were
explaining to me
associates.
exactly what the plan is? So I
Okay,
may
now that
have
we
to prepare.
sort of semi know what the plan is.
We're
as a
gonna
collective.
do like a circle around. I have the map out. We're gonna do like a circle around here. We're gonna stop up here. Do some training. We're gonna go all the way around here. Gonna stop here. Maybe go inland a little bit, and then I don't know what from there.
You guys ever fight another ship on your ship?
Oh, many
You
a
fight
time.
pirates before?
Have you ever fought a ship that may have cannon?
Were you ever pirates?
Do you know what a cannon is?
I was not a pirate.
Alright, I don't.
Wait, you weren't a
Greenfell
pirate.
was.
I was about to say.
Oh, that's cool.
Do you know what the Taken Serpent is?
Yes. Anyone who has ever said the sea knows of the Taken Serpent.
Is that famous?
Yeah, is it?
Okay.
They
Um,
have guns.
I've never heard of them.
How
until
would you
said
feel if we had to go after them?
it. We have to go after them.
why do we have
For what?
Yeah, for what?
His
My brother.
Oh,
He's like prisoner on the ship
Yeah.
makes sense.
for like
The, sh-
a number of
the
years.
peacekeeper is not outfitted for
No.
any sort of engagement with that ship. We would have to improve it.
What?
How much is that gonna cost?
And I wouldn't even say just cost, it a little bit of time too.
Oh.
At least a week.
Oh
That's not
God. So much time.
Is
Not
that-
It
enough
is up
time.
to you. We
Yeah,
can
much
better
time.
prepare or we can just go for it.
Talking
Yeah,
about
wait.
this,
No, we should definitely prepare. I don't want the ship to sink.
I go into my the sketchbook thing. I give God, I can't. Azreal. I got it. I don't know why I can't
Close
remember
enough.
anybody's name right now. It's really bad. The repeater cannon.
Okay.
Do you think you could make this? It's been a minute since I've made anything, and I don't want to mess it up.
How big is it?
The dimensions aren't laid out very
If it's a
well
lot
on
of big
it.
metal, I can help with that.
The plans to actually create it are pretty solid.
Not that good.
The type of blacksmithing you would need to create the actual cannon itself is pretty intensive. Probably a little, not a little, quite larger of a scale than anything you've ever created with blacksmithing. You know that the forge here is pretty adequate to do so. Looking at the metal that was inside of there, you probably go through all of it in order to make like 2 of them.
all we need.
But looking at it, looking at the plan, looking at where you are right now, it's feasible.
I can also help you.
I can also help you very minorly.
There are more ball blasters at this table than I thought.
Yep.
Maybe squeeze out 2 of them, maybe.
2 of them?
What?
What we have here. It's gonna
Two cannons? That'll be enough
Got
to
little
take
hand
down.
blasters that shoot balls at people.
Oh my god.
That's what that looks like. Xander had that.
Big ball shoot.
I still have it.
He's holding it.
Yeah, you
Point. You got me there.
It's definitely gonna be a little bit though, especially when we're upgrading the ship. Probably gonna be in that time.
Alright.
A couple weeks maybe.
Couple weeks. Oh jeez.
Maybe at the latest.
You think that would be enough firepower, Andrew?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
It'll be more than we have.
That's true.
I would feel a lot more comfortable with something offensive that we can use as well.
Yeah.
Aside from just being pelted by whatever they have. And
Yeah.
their ship is... I've never seen it, but stories of it are quite frightening.
Okay, next thing.
Ooh,
Okay,
stories.
next thing here. Do you think you could make? Maybe we sub one of these out. We make a thing, okay, that
He's
shoots a
very
harpoon
good
at them.
Ooh. You know what would be even cooler? If we made one that shot fireballs.
That doesn't seem
The,
possible.
You're just gonna
Actually, you
put
know what,
me
it
on
does
like
seem
a
possible.
stool.
Gilgard has their own ballista towers. They probably could create something.
Oh, it's so far away.
Yeah, I don't even have plans for
Shoot
that.
ice
Doesn't really owe
balls
us a
at them.
favor anymore.
And we do have a dragon.
Wait, does he?
That's true. What? He doesn't. We could ask.
He sort of does. Wormhole.
We could owe him one.
I'm just saying that could help.
That's true.
Just like spear the side, and
Yeah,
we just
pull
like
it
pull them
closer,
in.
right.
Then we jump
Yeah,
on there
I'll
because we
pull the
definitely
trigger
aren't winning
myself.
We
a
haven't
ship
been
battle.
back
I'm
to
gonna be
Gilgard
honest.
since they took
No,
care of the
probably all
Duragar.
dead.
Ship battle's not probably gonna
Raise
work.
the sea around them.
Oh, I could probably capsize their ship. Yeah.
That's it.
Wait, but there's people on the ship that may be
Oh,
underneath.
yeah.
I
Oh,
can
yeah.
I can go
that
under.
may be stuck
I
in
can
there
breathe
underneath.
underwater, and I can make them breathe underwater.
I see no flaws in this plan.
I could go with you.
Yeah, you
and
could.
Then I, could
I mean,
teleport
all
them
of us
out.
can go. I can make us all breathe
Emily
underwater.
Drip.
We can capsize the ship, and then, although it doesn't work every time, I haven't really practiced it. So there's like
Okay, how many times have you practiced this?
Once.
when would I have like an opportunity to capsize a ship?
You made it sound like
You can make it.
you made it sound like you do it all the time, though.
I know, but
you
like,
really.
if you come
like,
forward with
hey,
the confidence,
I could-
then people believe you can do it.
I
Why would you
honestly,
do that
I
in this
believed
group?
you could do it.
I was
so.
convinced that he was going to
See?
capsize the ship.
Yes.
He thinks I can do it.
Yeah, you probably
Thanks.
left out that you only
The
did it
courage
9
will
times.
get me through it, though.
That's
I might
okay.
be,
Believe
I
me.
might be able
Alright.
to get something close to that.
But I can probably capsize the ship.
I can for
Say it
sure
with
set
more
the ship on
confidence,
fire.
please.
Oh, there you go.
There we
And if
go.
I try to capsize it, maybe I'll just put the fire out.
Well,
There's water everywhere.
Cannons, though.
I
seem
think
like
we
a good
leave
idea.
that. Yeah, I think we leave that for
That's
a
like
little
a
bit. We
last
don't just.
resort.
Yeah, we don't just like instantly sink their ship.
no, that's probably a good idea.
And honestly,
The only way that I know to find the taken
Wait.
serpent would to be finding another crew at sea. They are very connected with the trade routes that go across sea. Maybe if we either get aboard one of them or travel with one of the trade ships that are going across, they'll intercept the message, try to find a ship that meets it halfway, and we'll be there waiting for them, take over that ship and ask where to from there.
I do have we could try to go to the Southbrook military and see if like
they know where he's.
That's
like, we
very
could just-
far away,
they could
Andrew.
we have
We can go really
capabilities.
Yeah, that's expensive.
It's not that expensive.
We're rich. Okay, we're not rich.
But if only a few people go, I mean, not everyone has to go. It's not that expensive. It's like 300 gold for the trip, maybe, if that. If we just have one person go, it's only 100.
We're in good with the Southbrook military, right? They'll just, they might give us a ship
That's true. They
I
might.
doubt they would.
just to borrow. They don't have to. They could do everything on the ship. We don't have to have control over the ship.
Maybe they'll
I
just,
just
give
feel
us
like-
some cannons. Or
They don't have
harpoons.
any.
They
They
don't?
don't have cannons.
Nobody has cannons.
I'm
Taken
the
serpent.
I'm the only one who can build a cannon.
Don't have the.
Okay, I'm not the
technology
only.
for it.
Like, there's like 2 people who can build a
The
cannon.
taken serpent only has it because of his brother.
Blessings.
Didn't you show?
Blessings.
They have like harpoons.
Didn't you
and
show
I
shit.
might
him?
have shown them.
They just don't have like.
I think you did, and then he had his scribed copy of the
I
plans.
think so. I think I also made it so the Southbrook military has cannons.
Definitely working on it.
They suck,
Faster
man.
than us.
They suck. we haven't tried yet.
Maybe
I
they'll
kind
give
of
us
just want to build a
cannons. They
cannon so
suck.
we build it faster than
Yeah,
they do.
let's build a cannon.
Crafting score on it would probably be, I'd say,
Very easy.
25
Can you like
for one.
tag team object? Can like one person do like a crafting check and then another person in the same day, or
Say yes, and then we'll do an entire 7-man.
well, you'd have to
crafting
limit
job.
the amount you could do in one day because it takes like X
Yeah,
amount of hours.
yeah.
But
I mean, if you're really, excuse me, if you're really like
Cue
got
the
2
Rocky
people like
montage.
putting the man hours in on it,
right,
I don't see why not, because there's different elements of it. You know, the cannon itself,
yeah.
the frame of the cannon, the mechanism of it, everything just all put together. It's a lot of shit.
Okay.
You also need
Just depends on what
ammunition
part
for
of it
this
is, and
cannon.
if anybody's able to actually have helpful input into it.
Right.
Like, you just can't like tell Connor to create the cannon.
No, yeah, that's I mean, like, you know, people
Yeah.
who know what they're doing. But
Right.
Well, it's kind of. I feel like Connor can make
I
a
think
cannon.
even
honestly.
if they asked, I wouldn't do it. So.
that's fair.
Got fucked up. What do we
Could
need in a
you-
cannon?
Enchant the cannon to shoot fireballs.
That can enchant things, so that won't work either.
Could you learn?
Doubt it.
Start reading
I
books.
feel like you could.
Yeah, you have 10.
She thinks you can.
One of the 10 was pretty good.
So are we making cannons?
Yeah.
Going.
Maybe I could.
I'm gonna do more.
Maybe
training.
if we go up to that place. I might be able to
You can say that
research
certain
more.
people at the table won't hear it.
Whatever. I may be able to do some more research onto these
Well, we
different
do have a
layers.
week, so you could go, while we're trying to build these, you could go and try to do that.
What if we went there and bought something really cool?
Like what?
Like, maybe like... I don't know what would help us here. They just have cool... They probably have something cool
We
there that
kind
we
of
could...
need our money right now.
Yeah, that's true. We have to upgrade the ship, too. I just want something cool.
Well, if you
Buy
think
a
of something
flying
cool,
ship.
you let me know.
If we could buy a flying ship, they can't attack us if we're above them.
That's not necessarily true.
They got AA guns on their ship.
Like, shit, this ain't really upgraded on it. Fuck.
It's an aerial attack. Well,
Maybe the taken serpent can fly, so just sail it around.
I was like, why does my leg itch? And I was like, oh, it's a mosquito bite. Womp womp.
Whatever your plan may be, you are right behind you, Captain.
Yes.
In case you forgot.
I forgot.
Cool.
cool.
All of them at the table, like hit their chest and then just continue eating again.
Yeah. So are we spending a week building these cannons? More than a week? What is the... Do we need more than a week, Azrael? Can we take the materials with us and build them on the ship?
Probably not.
Okay.
Don't we need a forge too?
That's that. Yeah, I don't think I could get them hot enough with my own fire to mold the metal properly.
Well,
Could you create like a little miniature sun? Alright, well, try it.
Can't even create a miniature sun. Wow, what a lame, honestly. Say
Give
not
me
yet.
time, dude. Next level, dude.
You start creating miniature suns, I quit. You don't need us.
He just creates a whole
Incinerates
universe.
everything.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Mini sun,
We
throw
just
the
go
mini
into
sun
his
at the
room,
enemy,
he
they don't
covers it
live.
up. He's like, "What's that?" Nothing. He's got like a whole mini verse in there.
nothing.
He's playing God in his
Nothing,
room.
Ma. Get out of my room.
It's like, alright, time for a flood.
Jeez.
What's that?
So
A
that's-
comet?
Are you gonna go to Arcanoria then?
Well, once I get there, what's the plan?
You said you wanted to study some stuff, so.
Well, I could go there.
Was that or the library? Was your
Either of them.
plan? Okay.
I mean, they
Or the
both have
Lyceum.
tons of books.
The Lyceum is kind of far away, but
I don't. Maybe. Yeah.
Couldn't you go to Arcanoria?
To get to
And-
the Lyceum? Yeah,
yeah.
they have a portal there.
You could do both.
Yeah. And then I'd be walking back here, or I could just, go
Just
back
get another
there.
one. Just
But I
get all
think
the coins.
no, I can't.
And then you just teleport like 8 times.
I can't
why not?
because we don't have a place to teleport.
We
to.
should look into that, like getting a circle built here.
Yeah, I kind of doubt they'll do that, but
I don't. It would only have to be one way. 'cause
we
have
also
the
we
coin.
also still have to help them with something.
What do we have to help them?
I don't know. They said they said we weren't ready yet.
Oh shit, we can go back. You can find out and then let us know.
They're gonna go. You're still not ready.
You want someone to go
We're
with
just-
you? That way you don't have to, go yourself.
I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It'll just be kind of a lonely trip walking back here from the Lyceum.
Sad.
You want Skip to go?
That's up
you
to
guys
Skip.
could jump on his horse.
I will
Yeah.
go with you.
Everybody else kind of needs to stay.
We do need money.
I mean,
though.
you guys could go, but
I'd go.
it
It doesn't
costs a
matter
lot
to
of
me.
money. How much is it's 250 gold each?
I think that's what it was.
50 gold each.
They need to invest in the fucking year pass. I'm just
So
saying.
like,
They give you like extra in
It's
case
like-
you need to go somewhere.
what, 300 gold?
Okay.
Because then that gives us 200 just in case we need it for something.
Right. Gotta go somewhere and then go back. It's the bag.
Azrael goes to his room to.
I also think you
How-
gave
how's he
Skip
make
some
the rounds
spending money
tomorrow
too.
and
I did. I
then
gave
go
him
to
200 gold.
Okay.
I think he spent a lot of it on his tools and It's like woodworking stuff though.
Do we have it? No.
One. We have 4150 plus stuff.
How much?
Gems. We have. Oh, I'll give you the gems, and you can
Forgot
and
about
the
those.
jewelry, and you can try to
Sell 'em.
sell them. Yeah.
Okay.
So 3 large dark opals.
Okay. 3 opals.
15 GP and jewelry. I think there's actually more. 73 additional GP and jewelry.
70.
73.
Okay.
You skimping us out on fucking 3 gold
We
right
need
there?
we
Yes.
need the diamond,
Fuck.
so we'll keep
How big
that.
is this diamond?
No, it's 600 gold.
Okay. Yeah.
We
do
need that
for Revivify.
Yeah. We also have 300 GP and just like random gems, so you can take those and try to sell them too.
Didn't you just get jewelry?
He gave it to me.
Yeah,
That was
everything
the
I ever
15
get, I just give.
That was the 15 GP.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can get for these
Right.
while we're there.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna leave tomorrow though,
Okay.
not tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Are you good to leave tomorrow, Skip?
Yes, I don't have any plans.
Aw.
Normally it's the Connor Ander montage, now it's the Connor Skip montage.
Where nothing goes
Distinctly
wrong.
less trouble.
I will not get us in trouble though.
It's Connor you gotta worry
That's what
about.
you-
I
that's
always
what
get
you
us
say.
out of the problems.
I
Every
don't think
time.
that's true.
I don't know about that.
Yep.
See?
Alright, if he admits it.
I'll put a I'll put a good
He's like, whoa, it wasn't him.
I just gotta
I'll put a
talk
good
us out of
word
it.
in with you for Ulysses Ander.
Who?
One of the rulers of the Nine Hells.
Oh.
You might like them.
Is it the kinky one?
Yes.
That the kinky one.
Did the crew react when we said Arcanoria?
They didn't hear it.
But like, did it come out as like static? Like, how does it
It
work?
literally didn't even seem like you
Oh.
guys said anything to them.
Okay.
They're just eating.
But like, we just like abruptly ended our sentences. Like,
It doesn't even seem like they actually heard it. It just seems
That's
like
some
they're
fancy
moving.
magic right
Yeah.
there.
Wow.
It's very, very strong.
Alright.
Can't even be explained.
Alright, cool.
Did you see this koi?
I don't know what you're talking. You're holding nothing. You're delusional.
It takes you to Arcanoria.
Wait, what?
Where?
I do not snore when I sleep.
What are you saying?
It's like they got
Why are
headphones
you
on.
yelling?
Yeah, they got headphones on. Like, I'm listening to music. I can't hear you.
What's music?
They know what music.
Bards all over the place.
I know.
Level 1 bards can barely use their magic, but they exist.
Bards who think they have magic, but they don't.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think we're all done for
Most
the day.
bards.
Next day.
Bin.
Next day. Move on.
Flash forward. Next day.
Teleport.
It's like when you're sitting to go to sleep.
Yep.
I wake up mad and have to pee like a champion.
I'll talk to them.
You
too,
good
see
over
if
there?
they have like
That's
a
what Sims do.
like
And I think
a,
so.
hey, I don't have to pay this fee every time I come here type thing.
Yeah, like a pass, like an all-year pass or something. Alright.
Yeah, maybe I go to like the credit union and they'll like
What
give me
about
one
like
for
the
cheap.
whole
Beep.
Sentry Pass?
Oh, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Like a badge, maybe?
That's not that helpful for Connor. I don't think.
No.
We're on day 2 now.
Yeah, it's take two.
Nobody has anything to do on day one.
No.
Everybody's good.
Not anymore.
Okay. Alrighty. So the day concludes and the second day begins. Some of you sleep a little longer than others. Resting
Shoot.
very, very intently. I was gonna look at you, but I figured I didn't want to call you out too much. But you are all well rested. It is very nice to be here, relaxing, preparing. enjoying good food as well. You're not having to scour rations and food along the way and sleep on the hard ground. You are in the comfort of your own home, and it's starting to feel a lot like home. The more that you come here and the more that you spend time here and realize that it really is a place of your own. Right to the workshop again.
Hard working. 9 to 5.
Another 90%, 0 to 90%, see if you are successful.
I'm gonna do my training.
22.
What's that?
22.
Success.
I thought he said sucks ass.
Success. Alright.
77.
Damn,
Let's
you suck.
see.
These are the rounds, not the.
Yeah. Let's see. So
I
D20
imagine
plus
didn't make very much, but
proficiency.
Can I assist him with this part?
He's doing his separate thing. He's
Oh.
not doing the cannon yet.
Damn. He needs assistance. Give it to him.
Make it a score of 3 for, let's say, 10 of them. Reasonable. Okay, so D20 plus proficiency plus, let's see, do intelligence.
after 20.
Alright,
I get
you
20.
complete that.
I get 12.
Wow.
Also for those,
Nice.
if an natural 20 completes the item, a DM may elect to allow you bonuses or extra flair to the item.
12.
Plus
Uh,
5.
So that completes all 10, and we'll say with those 10 rounds, you just get a +1 to damage.
Bog.
I think this one needs more damage, but it's okay.
It's sniper. It's rocket.
If you work for 8 hours of the day, you can just keep trying to make a bunch of them if you'd like. And then we'll say that it takes you 10 gold, or it's like a gold piece per round. So 10 gold for 10 rounds.
Not bad.
Worth.
We'll probably start on the cannons or whatever next, and then leftover days make more.
Okay. So use the rest of the day to make...
I'll probably help him.
Alrighty. So, the first part of this is going to require some form of blacksmithing. It's forging the metal into...
If you guys give me like 3 more days, maybe 4 more days, I'll probably be proficient by then.
I'd
Well,
say
we have a
you
week,
can probably clean up the plans a little bit. I'll like allow you 1 check to just do like the plans.
Whoa, my plans are excellent.
Yeah.
But you had no dimensions.
They're okay.
I didn't need dimensions.
Kind of do.
So
I read lines.
Long. The chamber is a foot and a half.
I like this.
let's see. Just do another check. This one will require the percentage die. So just do D20 plus your proficiency plus your intelligence. This is towards the 30 for the cannon.
Yes, it's a 10.
10. So it's just 1 point.
Alright.
The drawings that Ander has are kind of all over the place.
Duke.
He's not flaming me, he's flaming Sandon. So I
Yeah.
didn't
Heck
fucking,
yeah.
what an idiot,
But-
am I right?
You have messed with
I didn't
designs
make
like this
them.
before from when Sandon originally showed you his like pistol design and how to create that. So there are like shorthands and little notes on it that you have to kind of navigate to really understand it. But I'd say right now you're pretty much like transcribing everything. You're making it from one sheet to another to pretty much make your own plans of it in order to better understand it and make some sort of final product a lot easier on
You're
yourselves.
stealing my fucking repeating cannon plans? Is that what's going on here?
No.
And
He's making them
Azreal.
better.
He's just gonna patent them before you do.
I'll be running right down to the patent office.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
He doesn't even build the cannons, he
gonna-
just goes and makes some
Yeah, he leaves you
fortune.
guys and then monopolizes cannons.
He's gonna make a fortune off of South
He just sells them to fucking take the Taken Serpent too.
Begins the 10th layer of hell.
But spending probably like a good 4 hours or so with the rounds and getting those down. You spend another 4 with the plans, just kind of sitting down for the rest of the day and going through that. You're pretty much just there helping out, getting everything set up everything together, all the supplies, you know where all the materials are, all the tools you're going to need. You're getting everything put together. Getting all of the metal. You're getting a lot of like iron bars set up and unrefined iron to get it into some sort of a shape that you may need. Putting this into a mold or something is going to be difficult. So you're actually going to have to either try to find someone who can make you one or make one yourself.
You're telling me I don't have a repeating cannon mold syndrome?
Unfortunately, no.
Come on. Come on. Everybody's making those. Come on.
Don't.
No? Shit.
Nope.
Make it out of clay first.
They're not.
Shape around it.
We have clay.
Yeah, you gotta go dig that shit up.
Yeah, by the beach, probably.
Take that shit up, bud.
I'm gonna try and make more
Time
like
to hit the
basic
backyard,
objects.
if you know what I mean.
Making another check.
Big-ass hole in our
Can I try that whole like the 2 arrow thing and like practice that?
Practice it? Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. 100%.
Sweet. How do I do that?
Just roll a d20.
I think we have training dummies outside.
Yeah,
there are
I wanna
training dummies outside.
I'll hit the dummies, maybe even Ander. But
Okay. So roll a d20 and then -5 from it, because it's like improvised attack,
Yeah.
essentially. You just looked at me like you were gonna punch me though.
Yeah.
So.
no, this is my
Well,
face.
scary.
Man, that's a pretty good
Down, bud.
roll too. 13.
13? Okay, that's pretty good. You're having a little bit of difficulty holding the arrows correctly because it's always just one fluid motion with one, and it's very smooth and natural. Putting 2 on it, like spur of the moment type of thing when you tried before, drawing it back, you feel like you're squeezing very, very tight in order to hold them, and then you can see them like kind of shaking a little bit when you let it go. They come off, but they come off really like wide and inaccurate, or one of them hits one and then it just messes the whole thing up. But you spend a lot of time like drawing it back and trying to get like a quick like draw on it to get it to a natural spot. Spending the day like shooting and getting it though, you're able to start finally getting it to like a natural point where it's just muscle memory. It's the same thing every time. Even just like drawing 2 arrows at the same time is kind of weird because it's like unnatural for them to like come out from wherever it is, or it's on your side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, because it's got the pouch and everything too.
Yeah. And
You
there's
grab
fish
it,
and
like
stuff.
pulling it out, it's a little odd, and they're like clacking together when you pull it. So
It's
you're
never gonna work.
kind of
This is a bad
grabbing
idea.
up high and then pulling it back. But it seems like if you keep practicing, you might be able to do it.
Oh, so I'm not discouraged, is what you're saying. I feel discouraged, but okay.
You feel like you want to be doing better at it, but with some practice, you probably could do it.
Is there any like people that know archery around these parts?
I know how to use everything that's ever existed.
That's not Ander.
We don't really have neighbors.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I pulled out the bow before I pulled out the cards, and the boy's cold. I'm just saying.
I've seen you miss so many cards.
Whoa, I don't miss. That's my
Yeah, because
thing.
you just
know?
grab it and run at
Oh,
somebody.
wait, no, they go up on you. Never mind.
What is that?
With a bow.
It's a crossbow. Let me see it. Yep, I know how to use it.
Sending in the box.
I know how to use that.
Just writes a book.
No. You're holding that wrong. You gotta hold it this way.
That's a bludgeoning weapon, right? It's a crossbow.
Use the string to choke them? Is that how that works?
This bolt right here, it's to stab them on your way down, and then you smack them.
This beats them up, this finishes them.
You pull this back and you put your head in there and a dink, and
What did you get?
It's like a guillotine.
75 result.
75? Okay.
Speed up a head.
Oh, that was for. Was that for to craft items, or was that
Your
my practice?
Practice.
Okay. Yeah, it was 75.
Did he answer my
Try to
question
make
about
a
us
check
having
for
clay?
the stuff I was trying to make.
Yeah.
It's weird because
Is that
Make
the
a
100 or
instead
the?
of pulling like with your
So
fingers,
percentage
you're knocking
roll
it with
to see if you are successful in doing so.
Yeah, I know.
So anywhere from 0 to 40.
And Elf, I have like dingly ass little fingers. I can
Nope.
I can do this shit.
90 again. Wow, 90. Fucking sucks.
I'm not discouraged, so don't even say things.
Definitely understanding a little bit more. You're not even really trying to make anything at this point. You're just trying to
Grab the arrows and put 'em in.
adequately melt
Understand
down
the material.
and, you know, cool
He's like,
the material in a way that you can use
got
it
you.
to create something. You're trying to
Wraith also
form
has his
some
own
sort of
bow.
a good foundation, which the book is telling you to do also, and
Yeah.
looking
Wraith is a
into
bow.
it. And you realize that you haven't been actually like cooling it properly, or even like using the bellows in any form of way, so everything's very hot, and then it just gets away from you and is this hot metal mess that's all over the place, and you're finding yourself having to like get that hot and clean it and break it and scrape it all over the place and fix it. And it's a little frustrating, but you know that it's trying to better
Getting
understand how to
closer.
cool it.
Yep.
We're getting closer and closer.
Alright. One day we'll make an object.
I'm gonna try to read my book.
Okay.
I want Rafe to help you. He likes picture books.
Make
Not very
a
many
That's okay.
pictures
That's
in the book.
okay. He wants
make an
to do the
intelligence
best.
check.
Got this. We believe in you, natural 20.
5!
5.
Son of a bitch.
Close.
You're not really used to everybody just kind of sitting around and it being calm and relaxed, so you watch, Neris the day before go and grab a book and just start reading it, and she seems like she enjoys herself. And you see Moldrak with his book, and Skip even has a book, and Connor has books. And
I
you're
also
like,
have
"You
a
know what?
book."
Fuck it, I'm gonna read a book. So you go and you grab
You
the
don't
book,
read-
and you just
Yes,
kind
I
of
do every day.
sit down, get all ready, and then grab the book and like flip open the first page.
Fucking.
And then you
It's
close
upside
it and
down.
fuck it, and then you just stand back up. You go outside and then just start shooting lightning around because that sounds so much cooler.
Yeah.
After
Maybe tomorrow is what you tell yourself.
after breakfast, I would have just gone up to Skip and like, you ready to go?
Yes, I'll just grab some things and we should be good. But I'll wait for you. Where are we
Outside
supposed
by the little pond.
to- Yeah, in the little foyer.
Yeah, it's right in the house.
All right. Skip gathers some things, makes his way over to you.
Oh. And then I just drop the
Toss
coin.
it, throw it, doop, drops in. You watch it start to ripple before forming some sort of a circular portal.
Step in.
Yeah, and Skip follows. You make your way into the pristine marble interior of Arcanoria. You can see at the far side the gatekeeper, Wendell. His glasses at the rim of his nose, his hair white and kind of sporadic and thinning. He has on a nice robe.
Before we left, I would have got 100 gold in like a different pouch,
Okay.
just ready.
Pushes it up to his face fully.
Okay.
Welcome to Arcanoria. I'll be taking the fee from you if you would. 50 golden pieces per person.
But
Get you all in. You were prepared. Good.
is there a way where you could like, pay ahead or do anything like that for future trips, or is it just
50 gold every time you come. Per person.
What do you think they use the gold for?
Yearly pays.
that makes sense?
City fly.
All right.
I guess that's fair.
Pay the bills.
And then just
What else
continue
would they have
walking
if
in.
they're
You watch him
self-sufficient?
do like a quick hand motion.
I don't understand.
The flat wall
Their economy
opens
doesn't
up.
make sense.
There's like sun and sky. It's clear. You make your way out into it. You can see before you the Hall of Gillian.
Seems like they're just
The various
standing as
shops along the
50
sides.
gold. I call 10. I call 10.
Rarities and Perplexities, the one kind of over to the left, is run by the Xanon individual.
Is that where we sold all our stuff before?
Yes, that
So
was.
they can check.
probably.
Every other person who's never heard of Arcanoria to know that it doesn't exist.
Every time somebody doesn't hear it, it costs 50 gold. That's why.
We just cost them a lot of money yesterday.
It's really weird because I just stand there and say
I'm gonna
Arcanoria when we're in like a city of people every time. So
I just lean over, Skip,
mountaintops.
like, well,
Andrew's not allowed in here.
Moldrak gave me a bunch of stuff to try and sell off, so we can go over to the Rarities and Perplexities shop and see if we can get some money for this.
Alright, there you go.
And then we head over that way.
Alright. Making your way over to the Rarities and Perplexities. Let's see how this sounds.
Do you have that guy's business card, or do
I don't know who runs that shop.
I think you do.
probably. No, I think
The
you
wind
do.
up here is pretty gnarly sometimes.
I
You
don't
can
think I have
feel
his
it
business
pushing
card.
against you.
I wear wings.
You can see every now and then some larger kind of birds flying around in the sky. God, that sounds kind of creepy. We'll just leave the
It's a
web.
dragon.
This is a
attack.
scary
Yeah.
place.
Hey,
Some of them are evil.
No,
Most of
none of them are evil.
Most of
None
most
of them are evil.
Do you not remember?
You racist bitches.
Do you not remember the
No,
fucking
no.
red dragon we had to kill because he was evil?
We could have been friends. He just, I don't know.
Was evil.
You
You've
tried.
that
You've
evil.
seen 2 dragons, so right now you're 50-50.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't like those odds
do-
either.
But we
We
were
do
told
know of
by
another one.
Gorak that was pretty evil.
Yeah.
No.
It's like 75-25.
Oh, see, there we go. I like those odds better.
No. In the other.
Oh, no. No.
We only know the one good dragon.
So,
More than one.
as you make your way
Maybe.
into the shop itself, you can hear moving around. You can see towards the back Xanon. He's got these kind of tattered, kind of blue robes. He is like looking straight out towards you. Looks for a second before turning around and going back to whatever he was doing. Skip just kind of looks at you, looks back in.
Hello?
Oh, hi! I didn't see you there. Welcome.
Okay, bud.
Is there something I can do for you?
Okay, guy.
But it's what I can do for you.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
I got some cool things that I heard you like collecting.
Oh, yes, please. Rarities and Perplexities, it's the name of the place.
I go up to the counter and I take out one of the large dark opals.
Ooh. Wow. Where'd you get that? Do you mind if I
You can touch it. Pick it up.
just poke
Look
it?
at it.
I like it.
I don't think it'll kill you. It looks like a gemstone to me.
And he's dead.
oh, he did taste it.
Well, it's been
Tastes exactly how I thought it would.
yeah,
Oh, great.
like a
Not
rock.
great.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like a shiny one.
Interesting.
So
It tastes shiny.
kind of sets it down over to the side.
He needs a
I'll
spice.
give you
Yeah. And the shine.
175 gold for it.
I don't know.
300.
Sounds like a good price to me,
Yes.
but because I like you, I'm gonna cut you a deal.
All right.
I take out 2 more,
Ooh.
Scam the
and
guy.
I'll give them
Get 'em.
475 for the lot.
I don't feel like doing math, so sure.
And I could have got more.
Yeah. 900.
600 for the
He
lot.
grabs the 2, goes underneath, and starts like grabbing coins. Sets them up. There you are.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome
Bad,
indeed.
bad
Thank you.
salesman.
475.
Grabs them, drops one.
Horrible salesman.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
No, that's pretty good.
What?
Go, I'm gonna make
We
you
don't know
a
what they
deal
were
and then
Yeah,
sell them
yeah.
for
We
even
honestly
more.
have no idea what they were worth. And opal light is like the
Should have said
most
500.
common substance.
475.
And then I also take out like 88 gold pieces worth of jewelry
Okay.
He'll take it for 100.
There you go.
and 300 gold worth of gems. So like
Just
just,
like a-
little gems, some bigger ones, some like maybe some sapphires, some emeralds. Who knows what's in there?
I just
It's
had
just
to
like a
read-
little bag
It was
full
just
of gems.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's when you steal gems from
What about
a dead
what about
person.
Yeah.
some of these?
Gotta be some karma in that.
Catch up to me eventually, I think. We'll see.
Ketchup, mustard.
Yeah, I'll take them. What would you like for them?
For everything,
I got
Yes.
them on this one.
400.
Okay, deal. Sounds good. Thank you.
700. 800.
Easy, dude.
Start shooting
Price them
super
over.
high.
Yeah, what are you doing?
3,000 gold.
I don't have anything else to sell.
Does it?
Man,
Sets down.
All
who
right.
sent this guy to sell stuff?
Himself.
See, that's the thing about the fee is that you pay 50 gold to get here so that you can sell stuff for more than it's worth.
775 and then 400, so 1175.
That's not bad.
What kind of things do you have?
Well, now he's gonna
Rarities
spend
and
it all.
perplexities.
Such as anything
Could
cool?
you toss this?
He puts the 3
It's
gems.
been
that you-
at
Yeah,
least what would you say, like 6 months since we've been here, something like that.
Probably easily.
It's been at least 5 or 6 months
I
since
should
we've
have.
been
I
here.
honestly haven't really got much. Valida, though, in the market of Gillian, she's got a couple of new magical items I know that she had in. But me, myself, I don't really have anything too fancy. Unless you like gems and rarities and perplexities. Whatever you want with it. You should just look around, grab something if you like it, and
Just take it.
sell it to you.
Oh.
I have these 3 opal gems.
Oh,
Wow.
how much?
How much?
300 apiece.
Oh!
God, that's a steal. Those things go fucking for a lot, man.
Okay. Well,
I'll make a
I'll
profit.
think about that and I'll come back later. Possibly.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah.
Just got all these gems.
Did you say something?
Did not say
Oh,
anything.
alright.
Just kind of look at Skip. Turn around and look at Skip and like, let me go over here.
Alright, pretty much. Good day.
Yep, you too. Alright. Skip, I thought I was making some good money, and then I realized I could have made a lot more.
It's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Still like almost 1,000 more gold than we
Tell when we get back and they ask, we made a lot of money.
Right. A bargain.
Yes.
He asked for 50, we got 400.
Yep.
That's fucking jeez. Oh my god.
had. I like it.
Alright.
Where to now?
Well, that's really, I kind of want to see if they'll let me look at their books again. I don't know if they will.
Wait, this time.
Where?
Was it, like, all open to people, just besides that one area we went to?
The lower part of the library was accessible.
Just like
but
the-
the upper, very magical part where you could just grab any book
And look
into it. That was. There's like 2 doors that were locked magically.
A library card for that part.
I'm gonna, well,
Get my library card.
well, if you want to come with me, I'm probably just gonna go up to the hall and look around, do some research into more of the hells and see what I can figure out.
I'd like to know more as well. So
Possibly see if we can talk to, what was his name? Was he in High Arcanist?
He was in
Mag-
training.
Magisterium.
Magisterium,
and
yeah.
Elixir.
Yeah, that's what I said. Possibly talk to the Magisterium,
we're
because he
talking
said
about that.
before that he wanted us to do something, just that it wasn't the right time, so I don't know. Probably see what's going on there.
Very well.
So, head over to the Hall of Gillian.
Okay. Walking into the hall itself.
Also gonna keep my eye out for Tobias.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of.
As you're looking around on the outside, it appears that there are people kind of just like sitting around on like the grass patches, just enjoying the weather. There are over to the far right side. You can see that there are these like wind runners that are all going out. All of those kind of flying vehicles or whatever they would if you would. It's pretty much. It looks just like this curved kind of canoe with a wind sail on it. And it pretty much just, it looks like if you were to push it off the dock, it would just fall, but it goes off, and then there's like this row of glyphs underneath it that kind of just light up very quickly, and you see it just kind of floating there. People jump in it and go.
Just take one.
You make your way inside to the hall.
Dimension door on one and
There
just
are
roll it away.
several of these marble pylons, very, very similar to the pylons of power that you found beneath Venore. Just very, very slowly moving in this very sporadic orbiting kind of pattern around the central part of the room.
They didn't tell us what they were doing with the ones under Venori, did they? I don't think they did. Alright. And so I'm just gonna go inside and start perusing.
Alrighty. Once you get in, there are a couple people walking around within here. You see Asim. He is a member of the Arcane Sect. Brown hair, it's kind of in this short ponytail. The ponytail itself has several gold rings around it. These very eccentric robes of like gold and red and purple. You can see he has probably like a dozen or so rings just on all of his fingers, like spread throughout. Kind of looks over and sees you and Skip. You friend, we have met before, yes?
Yes, Connor. This is Skip.
Connor Kepler, yes, of the Keepers of Zaxria.
Yep.
Well, it is a pleasure to see you again. What brings you to Arcanoria?
Mostly some research.
On what?
You act like I can read.
The hells.
I hope it is for recreational purposes as opposed to needing to know information.
Oh, well, more on the need side, but I'm more curious than anything.
Well, here, I'll let you up. He walks over and does a quick movement of his hands.
Try and memorize it.
You're
That's
behind
what I'm
him.
trying to do.
What is it? 7, 8, 1, 3,
He
5.
fucking
And Kansas.
opens the door.
Paranoid.
Oh shit!
Try to do the same motion
It's
and
the-
you just explode.
It's the middle school locker.
Yeah.
Better harness the storm.
Oh,
Wait, this one?
alright.
Uncommon, wondrous item.
Just what is it called?
He lets me up.
Harness of the storm.
Thank you, Evan, for helping me out here. I don't know if
Okay.
Skip's coming
I
or
don't know.
not.
Yeah, that's what it's. You've learned to. Yeah.
If he
I have a
is,
harness, and now I can harness
he can
it.
stay by me. If not,
You made
he
me
might
read
just
that
like
for a
look
hunt.
for like books on FEL or something. I don't know what he would be doing.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah,
from
he's-
over here, it
he's
looked
pretty
like you
much
were
just
teaching her
kinda
how to read.
So, as you
Zarvax
are,
is like, do this for me, please. What does it say?
I'm just imagining Zarvax like laying in the bed and Neris next to it, like reading you the story.
What does that look like? Oh, there's not a picture. Oh, okay.
Describe it.
Up here, looking at the books though, I see him standing here. So, how are things on Zaxria?
Sort of quiet right now, but could get dark.
The same vibe is here right now. There's just something.
Looming.
Yes. Adrixier knows of this as well. I'm sure that he'll
Wait,
want
what
to
about
speak with
kids?
you. We've had meetings in regards to you specifically. The help we are going to need from you.
That was another reason why I wanted to come, to see if there's any update on that. He said just come back in some time and we'll speak of it.
I think this might be that time. At least speak with him. Get started on whatever it is we are going to need. For the time being, peruse, do what you must. The door will lock itself on its way, or on your way out. But it was good seeing you.
You too. Thank you.
Yes, best of luck. If you ever need help with illusion magic, be free to let me know.
Alright. I haven't really looked into that too much. Besides, like a little bit of prestidigitation or something.
Child's play.
Yes.
But
This is kind of toxic.
if you ever need it, I'm more than happy to help.
Thank you.
Really?
So
And then you hear him again.
Trash.
You're looking at him directly in front of you, but you hear from down below, "Good day, Mr. Kepler." And he kind of walks out, and then you watch what is before you just kind of shimmer and disappear.
He left you alone. Now you can find out if they faked the moon landing. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Closes. Missing.
This is just Harker!
Data corrupt. That's in the secret library.
Alright, so
On the third floor.
what do I want to look for exactly? So I had this. Everness. Okay.
Okay,
So,
I'm cooking now.
all the books, they're blank, right? Like on their bindings? Okay.
Getting it. Nope.
So I just take one off the wall.
Well, actually, not on the binding. The binding is like very vague as to whatever it pertains to, and then the pages are all blank, and you just think of what it is pertaining to the certain subject. It's all in alphabetical order as
Okay.
well. So,
9 hells.
okay, easily can find a book.
Whole one. And then portals
Okay.
to the 9 hells.
The book itself is probably only about this big. Hold it, think about it, and then if you feel it, like push your hands as more pages form inside of it. Opening the book up, and reading into it, you find the 3 that you were already looking for, listed in here, and you find 2 additional portals.
Oh.
Let me pull up my list here. Actually, I think it might be in my notes.
Squish.
Let me double check.
Nope. Nope.
You got this.
Nope.
You're doing it wrong.
You can do it. Do it the other way.
No.
Go back the other way.
Nope.
Backwards?
No.
Backwards.
What? Go back.
No.
I think you have to flip the bag
Tuck
upside
them
down.
in. Tuck them
Oh
in the
my
middle.
god.
You got this. See?
Was he actually
Finally
wrong?
realized that's how to do it right.
I was fucking thinking the whole time.
Wait, no.
No, that was right. That was
What
What
right.
do
is
it that way.
going on?
No, that's correct.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's so
Give it
right.
a
Is
little-
There you go. Look at that. Look at
I
that
don't
go.
know.
We'll never tie this
I'm
back.
just guessing.
There it is.
Just cut both the strings
Yeah.
off.
Dude, just open the bag. What are
We're
you
all
doing?
just watching you. Don't worry. No pressure.
Got this, dude.
You got it.
So you have the 3 currently.
Yes.
Legathos, Minaros, and Nessus.
League of
Yes.
You find 2 more. One going to Stygia.
Ooh. Is that the 6th one? No.
That is
Is that the
fifth.
death one? Okay, cool.
No, it's the nightmare one. Just as good.
The lair that leads to, or not the lair, the portal is rumored to be somewhere.
It's on the Taken Serpent.
I think I read this.
4 for 1, baby. 4 for 1.
Makes more and more sense.
We just gotta go there, dude. My teacher's actually on the boat too.
I have these backwards, so I'm going to switch them on my notes here. But the one for Stygia is located somewhere within the islands of Southbrook. Believed to be like on just an island itself, like dedicated to it. Like the reading that you're finding relating to the portal is saying that it's pretty much on an island that is hard to find. It's within the chain of islands in Southbrook,
If you can find it.
but it's like needle in a haystack type of thing. There's probably like 40 or so islands that come off of that. It's like Hawaii
have a
on
dragon.
steroids. There's just islands on islands all over throughout there. The ones that are on there are just islands that are well known. There are people there. Redwater and Delmagus. Those are like places that Ander and Finn are from. They're pretty prevalent small islands there. And then the last one that leads to Maldomini.
Minis.
No, 7th.
Located on the far eastern side of the Brimshire Mountains.
You mean you said far eastern side?
Yeah.
You mean like right by our house, far eastern side?
Close.
It's our house.
It's actually our house, dude. The second basement.
Convenient.
Your house is like
Yeah,
a
it's
good distance lower
At least
than
west of
10
the
miles
forest.
away.
You can see the mountains from your house, but it's still
Hey.
like a good 2 or 3 days travel to get to them. Okay, like 2 days. Not 3.
Evil is near.
evils
all that matters.
afoot.
Do okay.
Put away.
Do they have any dates linking to those?
They do not.
Okay.
The library's not cultists. Damn.
Fucking better be. We're professional cultist
Did-
eliminators. So.
So the other
Are we?
you said the other portals were there too? The original ones I knew about?
Yes,
Did they have dates next to those?
they did not.
Scribble it in.
Can I add to these books?
Your best
Or
guess.
think about it? I don't know how this works.
Think it into the book.
Right.
Your best guess. The fact
maybe
that
they
it's
don't want
not
them
in
to
this
know.
book, it could be that the information is misleading.
Ooh. Okay.
The portals don't even open, boys. We're chilling. We're good.
Okay.
They were already closed.
They were already open.
Ooh. Okay.
No, that's not possible. Honestly,
What else do I
No.
want to think about?
they're only one ways. All of them, obviously.
Okay, now I have to scratch all this out. 'cause
Are
I
you a
did it
baby or an
backwards.
infant?
Neither. Grown ass man.
Half.
He's got a beard.
Did I have where?
I'm a grown
Yeah,
man
right.
staff.
You stole that fur from Moldrack and glued
The
it to your
layers
face.
themselves,
I grew the beard. It
Yeah.
was a long process.
the more and
I
more
bet.
that you begin to like read about the layers, the portals themselves being connected to these layers specifically, all of these layers are like the worst layers of the hells.
Yes.
This is where you're imagining the most dangerous and evil creatures come from in all of these places.
Yep.
I was born with a beard.
Reading more into them, into the nine hells
Get
and
hexed.
all of this, it seems that the culling itself is not really mentioned in any of this. It seems that you may have found out about that unbeknownst to any knowledge that this has. So the culling is something that seems very, very secretive, hidden as best it can be.
Write it in.
As you begin
Don't you
to
got the
read
culling
into
book?
the nine hells more and more, you're noticing that you flip probably like 8 or so pages, and you're thinking of the culling and the things that you've read and this plan that's kind
Just
of being
getting smaller
formed.
and smaller and smaller.
It's getting bigger.
Oh.
The
Oh
book is adding pages to it with the information that you're like reading and thinking about putting into it, and it's just kind of forming, getting a little bigger. The book
You're just gonna
itself's
be
probably
stuck there
about
for
this
the rest
big
of your
now.
life.
You start reading and delving through it more and more to the point where you have to sit down because your legs are getting tired because you're standing for so long. There's no like benches or anything up here, but you just kind of like
Sitting on
cross
the
your
floor.
legs and sit down.
That's the best way to
Um,
do it.
As you're reading more into this, you read all about the beacons that connect the hells to Zaxria. These things that are seemingly not necessary, but have been here since the creation of Zaxria. This period of like resolution that was formed, where the heavens and hells both tried to have some sort of control and sway over this middle ground, created, some sort of battle that is just so ancient and long-lasting that, it predates anything. It's just this constant tug of good and evil. These beacons are an attempt to have a stronger connection to the material plane. It seems like your best bet of doing anything is going and destroying these beacons. These beacons, from what you're reading, don't seem to have been created until about the eradication. It seems that these were very, very responsible in being able to let in these massive waves of demons and undead and just this onslaught of evil was because these beacons are connected to the material plane, and portals can so easily just be created and used like that. It just takes whatever form of time and ritual it is.
So like we destroyed the portal for Minaros,
Right.
but they could create another portal
You'd
because the
imagine
beacon's
so.
still up.
Correct.
So probably even if we could have destroyed the recent one,
We should have went in.
It wasn't completed. We couldn't have went in.
Should have
The
jumped in.
way that I'd say is best for you to look at it
True.
is that it is something where you could just keep trying to find locations of portals, but it's something that is relentless, that will outlast your generation of keepers and go to the next.
It would.
And then they won't have the knowledge.
It would
of
be
it,
more
and it just-
beneficial to end it where it started, type
Exactly.
thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Luckily, we've had a guy following this
also
entire time,
know,
writing all the information we know.
From you reading into these books, that
Dan.
those celestial dates
Just
that
been
were
following
put
us.
on the papers don't seem to be very factual. It seems like they're very misleading, or seem to be something that
Like
maybe
superstition
Razix-
almost?
Yeah, maybe Razix had thought up and tried to create and correlate it to something to either give himself some sort of false hope or give some sort of a distraction. And especially you having a very strong connection with cosmological forces, know that they're not very keen on assisting good or evil. They're this very neutral ground, and they just are what they are. The only thing that really draws power from them is people that have connection and ties to them, being cosmological sorcerers, wizards, whatever it may be. But those celestial events seem like they are very misleading and could just be disregarded, and it wouldn't even really mean much. It seems that your best goal is to be strong enough and prepared enough to go into these places and deal with what you must deal with in order to really have some sort of longer lasting peace that is thwarted. The plans of this culling is thwarted and stopped for, years and years to come, as opposed to sitting by and just hoping that you can break a portal when it pops up.
Right. Take out every necromancer.
Right.
Easy.
Eventually,
Yeah.
evil will
Calm down.
out
Yeah.
if it doesn't get stopped.
Okay.
Write it down for the next keepers. We'll just do portals.
There you go. Oh, we're taking it easy.
Yeah,
How
we'll take the
was-
easy route.
So just thinking more into it, if these portals were used before, how was that stopped?
What do you mean?
Because if they were used during the or before the eradication to let all these things in,
Right.
how were they stopped
No, I
that
get what
time?
Oh, golly.
You're more than welcome to try to read into it if
Yes.
you'd like to. Okay, so like the eradication specifically, or
Yeah, so like the eradication with all these, with all the demons coming in, I would just think of like, how was the threat like halted from coming into Zaxria?
Okay. I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence check for this one
Okay.
to navigate the book.
I
Yeah.
wonder- So if a portal's like half completed, can I still open another one?
I'm gonna look just.
You'd imagine just the beacon being there, it could connect to
Any of 'em,
hundreds.
even if it-
you could just pop a portal up
Oh.
anywhere.
20.
There's just rituals that
So
are
it's not like limited to one
Right.
on Zaxria.
right.
Okay.
So there could be more, but
50. To
the
one
knowledge that
place.
is documented and written and known about them is within that book.
They have oblivion gates all over Zaxria.
No.
Same kind of concept, really.
Gotta stop them.
20.
Teach the local guards
Yep.
how to close the
Have fun at work.
portals.
Yeah.
See you guys.
See
Glad
ya.
you could make it at least. And we'll see you next week.
There you
It's
go.
okay.
You
As
need
long
more
as you
help,
have it, as
hit
long
us
as you
up.
have it updated, I'm not worried about it. I just want to make sure you guys have it. Yeah. And most of the time when I need the character sheets, it's like when you guys aren't going to be here and there's combat. It's just really easy for me to use the sheets and such.
Combat last week.
Yeah. You and 2 other people took tough, so you guys are just like fucking meatbags.
Oh, you took tough too?
Yeah.
You're big as fuck now, dude. With rage, oh, that's so powerful.
All right. We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.
See
See
ya.
ya.
Yeah. Doubled, really.
I think Brian's at 150 something.
Yeah.
151.
I'm at 200.
200?
Yeah.
How'd you do that?
74.
I took tough 3 times.
Oh shit!
So-
In a row?
Every ability score
So,
modifier I've
what's
just
your
taken.
intelligence
20.
20. Okay.
Good stuff.
Reading into the eradication, you actually find some information that, like, you're like, oh shit, really? You read about the siege of Teneveth. You read about pivotal people that played a part in this, and Azrael's name comes up.
It must be like
I wouldn't
It must be like a uncle or something. You know what I mean?
It's his
That's,
cousin, dude.
it's the guy he's named after, obviously.
It's his dad.
It's
But then you
picture.
start dating back to the eradication, and realize that he's a pretty old guy. You can put 2 and 2 together. Reading into it, you read of an individual by the name of Endrizu.
It's my boy. Me and Andrizu go.
Has a couple of titles: Endrizu the Overlord, Endrizu the Summoner, Endrizu the Follower.
You have to write all of those down.
From what you read on Endrizu, he is a tiefling. A tiefling of very, very immense power that seem to be pivotal in creating some of these beacons, or not these beacons, but these portals that connect to the beacons in order to bring forth and summon many of these demons that came to Zaxria during the eradication. You also read of something else that rings a bell, stone tablet that Tenebris was after, that is beneath the keep inside of the vault. This stone tablet seems to be pretty imperative in also not only using for summoning, but creating some of these portals. So you are imagining if this tablet is not in the possession of anybody to create more, then what you have in front of you is all that's in front of you right now, unless somebody were to get a hold of it and create more. For the time being, seeing as how that tablet seems to be pivotal in the creation of more portals, and you don't really read any other ways that they are made. It seems like what you have in front of you is all you need to worry about and deal with.
That's good. Okay.
Reading more into it, you read about the portals. Indrizu, there is some pretty gnarly stuff in there also about interrogation of Indrizu that was supposed to ensue but did not due to him being killed by Azreal. But they found several followers, individuals hiding out in places where these portals were. The Temple of Yorina, the kind of alcove inside of the mountains of Rumenheim. There was a place on the far eastern side of the Brimshire Mountains, which was like this waterfall that kind of falls over the east side of the mountains into the ocean that leads into this large cavernous room where this portal sits. Can't really be accessed from like the sea up. You really have to get up into the mountains and navigate and find your way up, or ride on the back of a dragon and just fly up into it. But it's not very easily accessible. The island in Southbrook doesn't seem to have been found. It is very well known though by interrogation and questioning of many of the followers. And the last one that leads to Nessus in the frozen tundra, that one was thought to be destroyed just by time and inaccessibility to it. It doesn't really seem very factual though. It just kind of seems like assumption more than anything.
It's under my house. It is your house.
Okay.
You can see that all of like the reading that relates to everything, it seems that Rhinesk had a very, very large part in seeking out all of these places and destroying them. The Temple of Yorina, it says that the portal was destroyed, but it seems that they just destroyed the temple on top of it, or at least tried to.
Close enough. That works.
Let's hope it actually
Sounds
gets
fine.
destroyed this time.
It does seem as well, just kind of timelining stuff, that is pretty closely related. Along the same time that the portal up there was said to be destroyed was the same time that Rhinesk died. So a little red flag. The portal for the Temple of Yorina specifically.
Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Alright. That's kind of a lot for Connor to take in.
Yep.
So he's just gonna close that book and put it back on the
But
shelf.
stay up there so you can stay there. And then you the
Hide.
And
They'll never find you.
he's just gonna get out from up there.
Yeah.
Go down the stairs.
Skip follows you down.
Oh, I didn't
Make your
know
way
it was
out.
up there.
Yeah, you're just waiting with them.
He's kind of got like almost like a mind grain coming on.
Yeah.
You know, like if this, then this. He's got like a flow chart going in his head.
Just infinite, and it's like that's just
Yeah. Feel Skip's hand. You alright?
Yeah. It's just
Those mind
a
grains.
lot
Skip,
bigger than what we
jeez.
all thought.
Whatever it is. With FEL and us working together, we'll figure it out.
I sure hope so.
I'll wait here if you wish to go speak with the Magisterium.
That's alright. Kind of uprights himself before he goes to knock on the door. And then deep breath. And he just does his knock.
The door, you kind of knock a couple of times. You see this like quick blip of energy in the top right corner of the door. It almost looks like an eyeball.
It's a weird camera.
Closes. The doors open up.
it's got a ring doorbell.
You see standing there, Magisterium Adrixier, along with Tobias. The two of them standing, talking with one another. all of the moving and interlocking kind of rings that move in the back space. The platform that they sit on is kind of above a couple of steps. It's just kind of floating there. It doesn't seem to be built upon anything. And you can see a large pylon in the center of all of those rings. Tobias kind of looks over, just waves, and then begins to walk down. As he's walking by, just kind of does like a quick pat on your shoulder. If you're still here later, we'll talk, alright?
Alright.
Alright. And he makes his way out.
For a week.
The Magisterium kind of has his head down right now. He's just like sitting there thinking before he looks over. You can see his glowing white eyes, the thinning gray hair, the golden robe he has with the black trim. Your timing could not be better. In regards to what it is that we need, I should probably just show you first.
Okay.
He gestures you forward. You kind of begin to step up. Before I began to follow and learn of Gillian and arcane magic, I was a devout follower of Aphiel. Sought guidance by her. During my time, was considered a prophet, could see into the future. Things and events that would happen. Eventually, over time, that gift cost me my sight. I prayed day in and day out to Aphiel to give it back. But with no help, I looked for other ways. I found arcane magic. Was able to restore my eyesight in that way. And along with that, I kept my gift. To be able to see things in the future. There are so many things that happen in Zaxria that affect worlds beyond this. Worlds of fire, water, earth, air, the heavens, the hells. Arkanoria may not be a part of Zaxria, but it once was. All we are is separated from the actual continent now. We're just floating above it, trying to stay out of everything and out of the way, hoping that everything else will just pass us by and leave us alone. That doesn't seem to be the case. Originally, the Arcane Sect was created 10 years after the Arcane Epoch in order to gain knowledge of magic, learn more of it, understand it as best we could, celebrate it even. But with power, there is good, but there is also evil. Many people use the magic for very, very dark and twisted things, creating schools of magic that are forbidden now, like necromancy. The Magisteriums before me knew that this was inevitable, that we needed to separate ourselves, protect the magic, instead of share it. Now, what we do is keep the flow of magic, keep it preserved. It's something that requires life and force and attention. Gillian created it, it was out of a love for knowledge, for knowing more. He thought it into existence and created it from nothing. But now that magic seems to be dwindling here and there. I've seen a future where it breaks, where it's gone.
How does it break?
Arcane magic is strange. As I said, he willed it into existence. Some of the magic is natural, comes from the earth itself. these lines that lay beneath in order to connect everything. Magic is one of those things, much like fate, that everything is connected to. Arcane draws from the natural, elemental, even from the minds of others, the life force of people, the water around us. Everything has magic in it. Much of that we can control. We can help that, preserve it, keep it safe. There are parts of the hells that have magic attached to them, but it's more dark and unruly, and the chaotic side of it can be untapped. It's fine. It doesn't bother us much. The heavens are very, very shy to it. They don't like it too much. They keep to their divine. When it comes to the stars, the moon, the sun, things cosmological, astral, we have no sway. We must just hope that the balance stays as is. It's extremely dangerous for those with no connection to travel to the astral sea, where everything is powered from, cosmologically, for our universe. Even myself, I will not brag, but I am a strong caster. I didn't get Magisterium for no reason.
Okay.
Years of devotion and practice have led me to wield immense power, but with it, there's responsibility. And with learning this, I have a little bit of wisdom to know that even I cannot travel here, for I have no reason to be there. You, however, come. You have a connection with the stars, the sun and the moon. There's a great being that resides in the astral sea.
Don't tell me it's an actual dragon.
Oh, it's a dreadnought.
An astral dragon
Holy shit.
by the name of Indrelzelia.
Holy, that fucking name.
Yeah, if you write that name without him asking him how to spell that, I'm impressed.
Indrelzelia.
I got close enough.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Indrelzelia.
It's not a Kenya situation.
Oh, might be.
Indrelzelia
What do you have to spell his
Is the
name
font.
for him to come?
of magic that we can't control.
Can't or can?
Can't.
Okay.
I've looked to a future where he becomes angered.
You gotta hit him up and say, homie, chill. Ain't that serious, dog?
You and a special woman you may know in Southbrook are the last two cosmological sorcerers and magic wielders in Zaxria. Fate's a funny thing. It was once predetermined the two of you would have a child. Another cosmological being. And another through bloodlines. But things have spread the two of you apart. Life has. And with the two of you, so ends that line. And Drelzelia did not like this. And the future that I saw, the future where you die and she dies.
You can't
This
die.
happens.
Not possible. He's a lich now.
He's enraged. There are things that he does and that occur that break the very foundation of magic. He's a very strong being. Extremely powerful. Just being in his presence alone would frighten me. I have no business being in the astral sea, but you do. You must go there. When you're ready,
Another thing on the list.
speak with Indrelzelia and plea that he blesses another child born of Zaxria with this gift. don't know how you wish to do this or how it should be done.
I don't even know how to find it.
When the time is right and you think you're ready, come back here, and we will send you to the Astral Sea.
When do you?
We'll put a tether on you. When you're ready to come back, we'll pull you back.
How bad? Just do it now. How bad could it be? You know what I mean?
If that tether is to break, your body will be ripped from this world, and that, and you will be pulled from existence.
Ah, not that bad.
I know that this is a lot. It may be hard, but in order to keep the balance of magic preserved, it needs to be done. I've spoken with Grand Magus Asarius to try to get him to go, but he has no interest. He's a selfish man. He knows that by the time that all of this happens, he'll be long gone and dead.
God,
You, however, Connor, know there is a world past the one that you live in. A world that you became a keeper to protect, preserve. Magic is as much a part of this earth as the air everyone breathes is, the water around us, the food we eat. Without it, eventually there will be chaos, and it will break. Magic is even a barrier between creatures that would try to come to this world and make it theirs, and we're like a front line here and there. You have time.
It just feels like with everything going on, time just keeps getting shorter with everything we do. Is there any sort of information, or how will I know how to find this dragon once I get there? When I leave, or
The Astral Sea is very vast. Never been, obviously, but from what I've read, it's breathtaking. You can reach out and touch constellations and stars, and be close to the sun without burning. Experience the chill of the moon, comets going past you. It's hard to say how to find it, but I'm sure through enough venturing through, you'll find you.
Maybe you'll be like a super buff when you go there, dude. You'll be so close to the stars.
You probably turn into an astral dragon.
What if you find the wrong astral dragon? Like, are you in Drazelius? No.
No.
I'm his cousin, fool.
Fuck! You know where he's at? No.
I could call him up. He's kind of busy though.
Okay.
So it's unfortunate.
I honestly don't know when I could be ready for something like that, but once I get into my head that I can do it, I'll be back here.
That's all I ask.
Has there been any other issues that you know about going on?
Nothing as pressing as this.
I don't even know. Wouldn't that be a clusterfuck? I just leave right now.
Just go do it, you got this.
Run it.
Jesus Christ, I just died.
Come back and you're like level 20. Like, this is the sun.
we can go to the 9 hells because I can carry the sun with me. Like, okay, makes our life a lot easier.
This is a neutron star. It's about to collapse. Create a black hole.
Opt out of that one, or
I take it if I go there, it'll be alone, right?
If anybody else were to venture with you, it could be catastrophic for them. It's hard enough sending someone there, let alone without any connection to the sea itself or the stars or anything.
We don't find an astral dreadnought.
you can't even do this with your homies, dude. Oh, it's rough.
You just go have a kid, dude.
That is true.
That'll solve all the problems.
Connor,
Indralesia is very...
You already said it wrong.
I did, didn't I?
it's okay.
I have it written in front of me and I just read it wrong.
You're here to save the dragon.
Very particular. He has a respect for you and your connection to the stars.
You have respect for my dragon? Okay. Astral dragon on top of it?
Respect.
You don't share the same blood per se, you're not of a bloodline, but there is something that connects you. I'm confident he won't just kill you when he sees you, but if anybody else were to go,
Roast him.
Probably would. Okay.
We could fight him.
You get to astral dragon like Wraith. Dope, but
Is there like a chair or
Also
something? Kinda
Yeah, there's the-
sits down. Okay. It's like talking, mumbling to himself a little bit. Gotta go there. Gotta go kill dragon. Gotta talk to a dragon. Don't kill him. It's like. Well. When kind of smacks his face. When can we do this?
whenever you're ready. Whenever the time's right for you.
saying we got a lot of free time right now. Relatively free
The
time.
future is
2.
future is where everything goes wrong, and there's no better time than the present.
I'll assemble the rest of the sect. Give us a day. He reaches out and throws a coin to you. Sure you have some sort of affairs that you'd like to deal with, possibly.
Can I get a badge to get in for free?
Hey, this is a good time to slide that one.
Like a free pass.
Get my... Just clear my head before this all happens, and we'll be ready.
So somewhere you wish to go specifically.
Ooh. Sounds like he's in control.
Just to our home, Zaxria. Let them know what's going on.
I can get you to the keep.
It's close enough.
Got a horse, that's a quick ride.
Did you come here alone?
No, Skip's waiting right outside.
Skip's just like,
He kind of moves his hand, the doors open up.
Skipper's teleports inside.
He gestures for Skip to come in. Skip walks in. Hello. Greetings. If you're ready, I'll send you both.
You have anything else you want to do here, Skip?
Nope. I'm fine. I read
Okay.
a little bit on FEL. It was nice. Good to go.
Alright, well, we'll be going to the keep. And then we can go home from there.
Sounds like a plan. Whenever you're ready, Connor, come back.
I will.
Even if it's not tomorrow, we'll be ready. He waves his hand. There's this purple and blue shimmer like wave that goes over you. You feel this chill overcome your body before it sends you to the keep, kind of outside it, maybe 200, 300 feet away in the field. Not like pinpoint accurate, but close enough.
Close enough.
It's better than being dropped on the tower.
On the roof.
Yeah.
Just slides off.
Skip just torpedoes down.
I could fly. I could cast fly on my ship.
Mushroom cloud. Skip.
Why'd we pack them with all of those hydrogen atoms?
I feel sick joke.
Alright. As you and Skip make your way back,
Yep.
is there something else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Alright. Back at Ye Homestead.
Yon Homestead.
Ye ol' homestead.
Say a day passes of you guys, doing the preparations, you doing your training, we already rolled for that, you getting everything together, Azreal going at some more crafting and such, getting some better plans laid out. The next day occurs for you to do as you wish within this day. Connor and Skip would probably be back about midday, maybe a little early. Yeah, it'd be earlier. It'd be like that night before, but you guys would have just came home, went to sleep, and then woke up the next day, so you guys are there. You have the day to do whatever you wish with, whether it be more crafting, more learning.
Well, when we get up in the morning, I'm guessing most everybody meets for breakfast.
Yeah.
And Connor takes the coin pouch off his side, give it to Moldrak. 1175 gold.
That felt like 1175, yeah.
Tried to sell it to us for 500, but Connor really talked him up.
Oh. Good job.
You made that good of a deal?
Yeah.
You're selling everything from now on.
Yeah, there's something else I kind of gotta talk to you guys about.
You find out more stuff about the Nine Hells?
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
Okay.
So much I had to stop reading. Let's see.
You got all the helpful stuff.
So, there's a portal somewhat near to us. Not super close.
Yep.
The eastern side of the Brimshire Mountains, where a waterfall empties out into the sea. You can't go, like, from the sea. So either, maybe Wraith would fly us up there, or just walk around the mountains. But that portal is to... what's it called?
One of them.
Maldomini.
Oh, haven't heard of that one.
That is the layer of death.
Oh, cool.
The good layer.
Wow. Cool.
That's where...
Sounds like one we want to go to.
That's where Urena supposedly is.
We'll just avoid that one.
Yeah.
Let's go to that one.
There is another portal
By yourself.
in one of the islands of Southbrook. And not exactly sure. It's just one of the many islands that
Were you guarding the portal? Did you come from a line of cultists, Andrew?
I
probably.
don't think so.
Alright.
Possible.
Yeah. Maybe it was Finn. Maybe Finn was a cultist.
More possible.
More or less
Did you release
all
Ancient
those
Evil, so.
times and timelines that we were given from Razix's notes were more false than anything.
Okay.
So we don't really have to really worry, but if we destroy portals, more can just be made.
Where did the one in Southbrook go to? What is it? Which layer does it lead to?
That one is... Where did I write that one?
Stygia. Stygia or Stygia.
Yeah, right here. Stygia,
the nightmare
its
layer.
portal rumored to be on Isle of Southbrook. It's hard to find, and it's the nightmare. There's shadows, ghosts, tons of darkness,
Sounds terrible.
and if you stay there too long, you'll be consumed by it.
Oh, cool. We should probably avoid that one too. We could just not go to any of them. That would be cool.
Is there any way to avoid going to them?
No.
The only way to stop more portals from being created is to destroy the beacons on those
So
layers.
there's not a way to avoid going to them. Okay.
Not that I can find. I looked more into how the portals were closed or disrupted in the first place. But there's not a ton that comes up there.
Okay. Well, sounds like something we'll just have to figure out.
Yeah. I did talk to the Magisterium.
Okay. Do you have a mission for us?
Well, more for me.
Just you?
Yeah.
Do you want you to join like the
Well, yeah.
arcane? What is
Yeah,
it,
join
arcane
the
set? Is that what it is? Sec?
Sect.
No.
Is it?
That would have been pretty cool.
So he can somewhat, well, I'm not gonna say somewhat, he can see into the future. Many different possibilities and realities.
Do you think he was messing with you?
No.
Got him.
Okay.
Fucking memed him.
And
I've never heard of that.
there, he's what many of us would consider a prophet for Raphael.
Oh, okay.
There is a instance that could happen, or probably will happen, where a bloodline like mine, with the sorts of powers I have, dies out. And if that happens, there is a astral dragon named, let me say this right.
You got this?
There's no way you mess this up.
Shut
The
up,
name's
dude.
not that hard, so
I didn't write it down.
you could hit that one
This one.
first try, honestly.
Androzelia,
Nice.
where they become angered and destroy pretty much everything.
Like the world?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
So,
that's just another thing we have to deal with.
yeah.
Can you
How do we stop
Can
a
you stop it?
bloodline from ending though? That one doesn't seem.
have kids maybe?
But like, how do we figure that one out?
That's how we do it in our tribe.
I I don't think, but like Connor said, there's somebody like him, so like we have to go find somebody
I don't know.
who also uses astral powers, and then they
Yeah.
have to have an astral
So,
kid.
That's the only way I can.
so
Do you have any kids already?
can't say I do, Moldrak.
Okay, well, then teach them.
Could you just have a kid?
Yeah, would that work?
I don't think that's how it works.
Why not? Could you, like, when you're really old, just like transfer your power to someone else?
Like, whoop, 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 and then they get it?
I don't think so. But
Can you give it to me?
Could you teach somebody how to do it?
it's something. If people try to learn this type of magic, they normally either die instantly or get transported into the astral sea.
Both cool options.
Exciting. So how do
So-
we?
So what do we do?
We have to go find these people and make them.
Do you know anybody like you? That one person at the.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can't have kids. It's another dude.
Well, he
No, he just had the books. He didn't have the same powers.
he does have the same powers.
Oh, he does?
Yes.
Can't he have kids?
No, he doesn't care
Oh.
because it's way past his time.
Can you
Damn
guess?
boomers.
Weird question. Weird question.
So what the idea is I go alone into the astral sea and find this dragon and speak to him.
I don't know anything about the astral sea, but it sounds really dangerous.
Yes.
How do you, even amongst a whole sea, find one creature?
That's what I asked, but it's more of a he'll find me sort of thing, I'm guessing.
Cool, unless you just get killed by something else.
Or he just like doesn't actually care to
Yeah.
find you.
I think he'll care
You
enough.
think you can do it?
I have no idea. But
Do you want to try and do it? Or, I mean, the alternative is, finding somebody else with your powers and having a kid.
yeah, and that still doesn't guarantee that he won't
Just have a lot of kids.
not like
Make
it.
sure it goes
Yeah,
on.
just like 15 kids.
10 maybe. Just give up on being a keeper and just have a bunch of kids.
Which is actually saving the world more than when you were a keeper.
It's probably true, yeah. I don't know.
The-
Which one? Which one do you think is more feasible?
10 kids are going to the astral plane, talking to an astral dragon. They both seem
Look-
very difficult
Look,
to do.
we don't make enough money for all this child support, okay?
That's true. That's true. We really don't. Well, I mean, it depends on the lifestyle of the person. Most people can live on like 20 gold a year.
Jesus.
I didn't have any gold where I came from. We had none. We lived just fine.
Yeah, we didn't really have that much gold either.
Yeah.
Or like silver.
Yeah, we had some gold.
We could send
growing
them
up.
like food.
We just caught everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hunted.
Not really.
I
There
lived
wasn't
in a
really
city
any.
growing
Why
up,
you look
so-
at me like that?
We hunted, but we had to hunt. So you better hope I don't get too hungry.
You can like find food like anywhere though. You could make it too. I don't think it ever needs to get to that point.
If it does.
I'm literally the worst to eat, honestly.
What's the easiest?
You might get more meat out of Skip than me is the weirdest part.
That is. I haven't thought about it.
It seemed like you did though. This is the weird part. Okay, just making sure.
Okay, did you? Are you
Yeah.
gonna do this? Or no?
And when are you?
Do you
Are
have,
you gonna
like,
wait
yeah,
a
do you
little
have a
bit, get
time
stronger?
Any time I want to go,
Oh, well,
but
Just before he dies.
I'm
There
guessing
you
sooner or later.
yeah, it could go like when
I
you're
would say
really-
probably sooner would be better than anything, but I don't know.
Think so?
I don't know. I really don't.
You have a lot of stuff to do. Can't
Yeah.
other people do some things? We're just expected to do everything.
Well, normally the other people doing things are the bad guys, so
Yeah, can we have some good guys who know how to do stuff?
that's how we
I'm
found.
just doing like.
That's how we
saving, like-
found Azrael.
We have like 5 different
Other
ways.
good
that
other
we
good
have to
guys
save the
doing
world.
stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's just like train other keepers so they could do
Yeah, we should do
things
that.
with us.
I think they're in training now.
Those are just soldiers.
Whatever. I mean, close enough.
I think we need another group of keepers
It's true.
to do other group things.
There we go.
Like
2 times the
diplomatic
efficiency.
things.
Yeah.
And then eventually we can quit and
Well-
retire.
I mean, eventually we'll be too old.
That was the trip to Arkanoria.
Okay, well, sounds like a really eventful trip.
Yeah.
We just pounded metal all day.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was mostly uneventful.
Well, I
Probably gonna do
did.
that
I asked
anyway.
that guy at the desk.
No, like year passes.
No.
Oh.
He was just like 50 gold.
Did you ask the
Per person.
Did you ask the magisterium if you could get like a free pass?
No.
Oh, we should ask him.
He was
Kinda-
kind
he
of asking
kinda
you to save the
told
world.
me,
Like,
you know,
Yeah, it's kind of
All that.
fucked up that we even have to pay.
honestly.
Like, hey, the whole world depends on you guys, but like you have to pay for it. Like, cool. You guys are gonna start giving us some free stuff, or we're just gonna not save the world.
we're done.
We're in a
We
position
quit.
to negotiate.
I want all the fucking cool magic items, or I'm
Yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah. Like, well, congrats. Have fun with your demon army.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Demon army,
We're just
your
gonna go.
fucking astro dragon.
We're gonna go retire.
You deal with it.
Yeah.
I'm going to a fucking beach.
See ya.
did you guys make a cannon yet?
We haven't even really started.
It's been like one day.
The plans are almost
I'm
there.
I'm like halfway there to being like a relatively functional blacksmith.
You know, do we have clay? Clay?
I gotta dig it up.
Can I dig up clay? Do I have a shovel?
I want some help.
I got a shovel somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You need one to like shovel all the coal and shit into. You probably have another one sitting around.
Can I go dig up clay to make a mold for the
Just use
the cannon?
Yeah.
Instead of the bellows, I think the bellows are.
Just spend the day doing that, pretty much. You roll a d20 and then
You get like 4 pounds of clay.
I just say add your intelligence.
Luck, just because.
Good idea, may as well.
My intelligence?
Yeah.
20.
20. Okay. I'd say you can make a mold. Takes you the whole day to do it. After you eat and stuff, with Moldrag's help, getting the clay. Once you get back, you have to really like heat it up to get it where you want it and harden it. But you're able to make a mold. It's probably about yay big.
Perfect.
You've got like 2 halves of it. But you have the mold for the cannon.
What a great day. Good use.
I'm gonna do my training for the day.
Okay.
100.
Oh.
Does that give me like 5 points? I don't think it does.
I don't think so.
It's a perfect roll.
That is a perfect
Once in a lifetime opportunity.
That is literally the best you can roll on a
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like a bonus point?
100. Honestly, it should just finish.
You just gain
You
4.
should be.
Ooh. Scam.
You don't get like a crit.
Could I spend like half the gold cost for that?
Sure.
Alright.
Nice, we did it. Almost as good as Connor at getting fucking money.
None the wiser.
2 more days and I'm good. Provided that I roll above like 25.
D20? Or D100? It's 25 on D100.
D100.
Okay, I was saying 25 on D20 is a little difficult.
Yeah.
Anything anybody else is doing during this wondrous day?
I'm gonna go spend some time outside, just kind of how I did the same thing with like water and fire, and just spend some time in the dirt, just feeling the earth,
Alright.
meditating,
I'm
trying to
digging
get
clay
myself
and he's
prepped
just
for
like
whatever
rubbing
I'm
the
gonna
ground.
face. What?
I said I'm digging clay and you're just like rubbing the ground, you know, weird with it.
It just covers me
Day 3.
like a
Yes.
Yeah, Andrew's over here, and you're just standing behind him.
It just hitting me in the face when he flings it back. I'm just like,
27.
27? Okay.
damn.
That's for the...
The ship stuff.
Okay, ship stuff, got it. Should be 4 points.
Shipped my pants.
Good one.
Done.
Repeat stuff. Repeat stuff.
So as you sit there, you kind of focus and think. You remember Master Kel being the elemental fire master that taught you.
Yep.
He told you of the other 3 masters. He told you of Primarius Elementus, who was the being that created the world of, you know, fire, world of water, world of earth, air, all that good stuff. You know that these four schools, not schools, but these four types of elements are like the very base of things. You have some like affliction, not affliction, but affinity for, thank you, like thunder and lightning, but it's not nearly as strong as this connection with, you know, fire and earth and air and water, especially because that power comes from other worlds that are like fueled into Zaxria itself. Earth is something that is probably, you think, going to be the easiest for you to learn and have some sort of connection with, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's something that's very strong and innate, and you can feel it no matter where you are, whether you're buried very deep beneath the earth or on top of it, or at the very highest peak of any mountain. You can feel that connection with earth, and you feel it all the time, but you've never actually really fully tried to focus on it, aside from, you know, when you mold earth from time to time, or use it in some sort of spell or way. But taking time to sit out there, you remember Master Raigon? He never really called himself a master, but when Kel spoke of him, he was explaining him like a very stereotypical dwarf of being stubborn and kind of this gruff kind of man's man of a dwarf. Said that it would be difficult not to find him, but to get him to teach you. So you do know that he is in the Brimshire Mountains.
I have an idea. We might have to make a stop along the way.
Don't know 100% where he is.
Nope.
It's a vast mountain range, but you do know that he is within the Brimshire Mountains.
I thought it said he was like somewhere on the Rockwing.
It does say like Rockwing.
Do they go into it?
You're not 100% sure.
Oh.
The mountains?
Like, yeah, like does it continue onto it and then
they go a little
it goes
further
down
than,
into?
They go a little further than that.
Okay.
But there is a good amount of the Rockwing Peninsula that is like just cliffs.
Okay.
Fall off into the ocean.
All right.
Because that's above sea level.
Right.
The Rockwing Peninsula. It's probably like a good 1,000 or so feet above sea level.
Oh.
So it's kind of a mountain
So
itself.
it goes up and then into the mountains and then it kind of flattens out.
Yeah. So
Okay.
like the mountains kind of going up, and then they start to slowly go down to like this hilly terrain, and the Rockwing Peninsula itself kind of goes up in this like cliff-like.
Is it like a plateau or is it like hilly?
It's like hilly goes into a plateau, but the plateau itself kind of slopes upward to where it's like 3 different cliffs that look like a wing.
Oh. So is it roughly like if you took Arcanori and flipped it upside down, is it like mountain shaped, like it was just sheared off?
No, if you go to the Howling Pond though, it's like that.
I figured. All right. Okay, that's all I want to do for the day.
Okay.
Just
This time. All right. So it's going to be a short session today, my friends. You guys have a lot of prep and stuff that you're going to do for everything.
Yeah.
It is Father's Day, so I'm going to go cook and such, and it's already 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we got a good amount of stuff done. Plan was made. You guys started moving in a direction to start getting stuff done. Got a ton of information and even more information and another plot. So, I mean, it's really just about you guys putting everything into action. Next session, really just try to get something down to where it's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. Let's do it, and then you get it done.
Yeah.
So I'll leave that to you guys, you know, discuss in Discord and what have you.
Okay.
Everybody watching, thank you for watching. If you followed, thank you. If you didn't follow, please do. You'll have a chance once we hit 75 followers to be put in a giveaway for the new D&D adventure book, Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frost Maiden, I believe it is.
Like
it
that.
looks pretty sweet. Not 110% sure when it comes out, so I'll double check that. But when it does come out, it will be pre-ordered for you, and it will be sent directly to you from us, so long as you are following the Twitch and the Twitter. Twitter is Knights_table, and the Twitch is Knight at the Knots Around Table. If you're watching this on YouTube, be sure to go jump over there and look at it. Again, thank you for any support and watching. Take it easy.